adults and a child in the SUV during the shooting. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
If you're doing outdoor activities, a UGA expert warns of an ant that could be dangerous.
It's the Asian needle ant, and its sting can be life-threatening, particularly for those who have bee or ant allergies, says Dan Suter with the UGA College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences.
Kind of a nondescript little 3/16 of an inch. They're all the same size. They're brownish black, just kind of a boring little ant.
The ants tend to be in wooded areas with lots of leaf litter, rocks, or dead logs. He says last year he got a number of calls and emails from people who were hospitalized after being stung by the Asian needle ant. He says that's why being able to identify it is crucial. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
And to see pictures of the ant, you can go to our website and the WSB radio app. Airlines are feeling the economic strain due to rising jet fuel prices caused by the war in Iran. Correspondent Sam Sweeney reports on how this will impact travelers this summer.
It's going to get bad for Americans when it comes to ticket prices. It could go up as high as 20%. If fuel goes up even higher than it is right now, it could jump even more than that. We're already in the summer peak, so demand is high. Airlines reporting the highest demand they've seen in their company's history. That's for the big three airlines. So people are still flying. They're willing to pay these elevated ticket prices. And because so many people bought their tickets before prices shot up, the airlines are losing a lot of money.
Falcons linebacker James Pierce Jr. agrees to enter a pretrial intervention program on 3 felony charges following his arrest after a domestic dispute with his ex-girlfriend, WNBA player Rakia Jackson. If he completes the program, charges against him could be dropped. It is not clear, though, when Pierce could rejoin the Falcons. He led the team in sacks last season as a rookie. It is now 3:03. The Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, it's live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, watching a jam out of downtown through West Atlanta. 20 westbound delays start just before, almost right at Lowry Boulevard, all due to a right lane crash past that at Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, exit 53. Looks like that earlier right lane stall in DeKalb cleared. 285 eastbound, the outer loop right at Boulder Crest Road, exit 51. Crash cleanup in Cobb. That's still on the right shoulder. 75 northbound at North Marietta Parkway, causing some onlooker delays back toward Delk Road. Once you get past that, I'm looking for a crash up around a Chastain Road that's got you jammed up, leaving I-575. You'll stay on and off the brakes past that into Emerson. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upward. Sunny skies, hazy today, high 83, lows tonight in the upper 50s to low 60s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, breezy at times, high 84. Scattered rain showers and a few thunderstorms on Saturday, highs in the upper 70s.
Right now, it's 83 in Sugar Hill, 80 in East Point, and 84 in Conyers. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 1 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I'm your host, Eric Von Hessler. Why are you jumping
in, Eric?
Wait a minute, you're jumping in as I'm saying my name?
Lock in.
You need to lock in.
Lock it in.
Now you lock yourself in
okay.
Before I even begin to think about locking myself in.
Lock those lips.
You haven't even been introduced yet, for
Lock
heaven's
her
sakes.
up. Lock her
Everybody
up.
knows who it
Lock
is.
her up. Lock her up. Lock her up. Dear.
As you can hear, we have all the doctrinaires plus one. Tim Andrews is here. Autumn Fisher is here. George Clark is here. Jared Yamamoto is here. English Nick is here. Because he just doesn't anywhere else be. He's a very lazy person. He doesn't do much in his life. He likes to hang out. What are you down to? I think he's getting older and he's like semi-retired. He only has like 4 jobs now.
2.
Okay.
Three.
There you go.
The lottery's very part-time. Once a week at these days.
Once a weekend?
Once a week. Unless they need other times filled in.
Can I tell you something that will let you know that I am probably the worst friend you've ever had?
You've never seen me on the lottery.
I have never seen you on. And couldn't I just dial it up on YouTube if I wanted to? If I was a decent friend?
I don't know if they do that because of legalities, but they do show it on the WSB TV website after the fact.
All right. So if I could ever just sort of belly up to the bar of friendship.
Yeah. Which I think
it is something I could do.
I think I've seen your belly at the bar many times.
I just don't watch a lot of normal, regular TV.
Neither.
I think.
Me neither.
So you've never seen yourself?
I have seen myself because I've been sent the videos just to say in the beginning, like, hey, your hands were doing this,
Yeah.
or blah blah blah.
I guess you get your little. You get your.
I think your
I didn't
fly
know
was
you had
undone.
You had a lottery consultant. I didn't realize
Well, it was
that.
a producer that we had in the beginning who's no longer with us. Who would send a video.
Hey,
sometimes.
English Nick, not for nothing, but how about a spray tan?
Yeah,
something like that.
I've been asked if I want the powder.
Well, you got to get the powder because
That's
you're on
50
TV.
seconds of my life.
I know, but
Get
you
the
got to get the
powder.
powder.
Get the powder.
And I'm not
Take
on
a
for-
powder.
You're not on. You're only on for
powder.
You're only on for maybe
I don't
15
care.
seconds
I
of the
don't
50.
Why don't you want the powder?
Get the powder because here's
He doesn't
the
want
problem.
the powder.
Well, he needs the powder because I will tell you this: it's television and cameras. They will.
They don't lie.
As
They
white
add 20 pounds of grease onto your face.
I
certainly
know.
does. As we, especially as old white men, as we age,
Yeah.
we lose any kind of coloring we ever had. We get whiter and whiter
It's to do with
to
the-
the point of translucence. So when you're on a video,
Yeah.
you don't want people to see right through you to your skull. You got to put on the powder.
Unless they
You
can
have to
read the
keep that stuff
numbers.
a secret.
What?
You have to keep those thoughts a secret.
That's
why you
right.
gotta cover
Otherwise-
up the brains.
Yeah, people
Yeah, I'm
people
just
will know
gonna-
how dangerous your thoughts are.
I'm just gonna get a spray tan. I think that's what I want to do.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
It would be funny, wouldn't it?
That would be hilarious.
Get
Yeah.
the darkest color you can.
Shut up.
Now, even if I lay out, sometimes I'll just,
I burn in the regular
I
sun. so
burn and
yeah.
I feel good about that. And then it used to be that I would burn, and I don't burn to a crisp, but I mean, I get red, right?
Yeah.
And it used to be when I was a member of something called the youth culture.
Utes.
It would go from red, and then it would go to it would bleed into like a brown, and then that would last for like a month, and slowly it would fade. Now it's just red as a lobster, and then back to white as vanilla ice cream. It's just there's no in between.
I was in your neck of the woods hosting the Roswell Music Festival on Saturday, and it was a really blazing hot day.
Yeah.
And you were out in the sun a lot, apart from when you're under the stage or the tent and stuff. And I put on the sunblock, but I did get a bit red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a little red.
Not hurdy.
Well, this is all I can get now, so I go for it. I'm just like, okay, I'd rather be red than translucent.
I think it's about consistency.
Nice
guys.
muscles.
You need to get out there more days. Like
Yeah,
if you just
I
get out there
know.
one day, you
Yeah,
can
you're
expect for
right.
it to turn
No,
into a
I
tan.
do. I try.
You really
but-
shouldn't get any sun because
Well,
it's bad
No,
for your
she's
skin.
right.
Well,
Nah,
you
use
can
baby
get,
oil and lay in the backyard.
You can get some
sizzle.
sun. It's like anything else. 10 minutes or something.
Yes.
But
Don't
if you went,
overdo it.
if you. But for what I'm saying is, even if I was better, Jared, and I would go, every 2 days I went and got 10 minutes of sun, it would just keep me red. There's the idea of what you think of as a tan happening to this old white man's face it's just not something that happens anymore. And, that will, as you get older, there are certain things that used to happen a lot. They happen a little less.
I don't know what else you could be thinking about.
No, just basically I'm talking
tanning.
about tanning.
Yeah, just tanning.
And,
That's it.
Melanin levels is really what I'm getting to.
He's got his Bolivian genes, so he gets dark immediately.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Jared?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Jared I think the Bolivian side of Jared is more about his makeup than the Asian side. Even though he's got that last name Yamamoto, as he ages, I see more. I see more of the Bolivian. Am I wrong?
It's exactly
think you're right.
It's exactly the same percentage. I have as much Bolivian as I do
Yeah,
Japanese.
but no, I know
One's
that.
dominant, though.
But one's dominant, and your genes, the Bolivian side is more dominant, which is strange to people because you have such a Japanese last name, such a kind of Yamamoto.
How do you know that it's
Yamamoto or Moto.
exactly 50%? Because that means like your entire lineage is only Bolivian
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Japanese.
Yeah, like maybe your parents, maybe your grandparents had a little other than what
Yeah, it was like
they
German
weren't
or
full
something.
100%.
No, they weren't. So my father is 25%, and that makes me 12.5% Bolivian, 12.5% Japanese.
There you go.
Oh,
So it's
and then
not
50% hillbilly.
And then
I thought
a
it was
lot of hillbilly. There's a little Native American in there too.
I could see it.
a lot,
I
but
could see
That's what everybody says.
lots of hillbilly there.
Yeah, I'm not. Hey, I'm not an oppressor. I've got 1/16 Native
I'm
American in me.
4/16 Cherokee.
Hey, I'm one of the first peoples, for heaven's sakes. Get off my lawn. Don't give me any of that nonsense.
Get out of my casino.
Are you related to Adam or Eve?
Out of my casino.
Yeah, get out of my casino.
That's what they say.
Am I related to Adam or Eve?
Yes. I guess it would be both, wouldn't it?
Well, it's kind of hard not to be related to both. If you're,
We all come from
once
there,
You're, once you're,
apparently.
Yes, apparently it happened 6,000 years ago or something. That's what.
Yep, that's it.
That's it.
Yep.
So I have no reason to question that. For heaven's sakes.
I have a story that questions that in Toodle Pip today.
Oh no, we're
'Cause
not
it
going
talks
to go
about
after
something.
religion.
No,
I
we're
hope.
not
Are we
going
that
after
kind
it.
of show.
Not going after it. Just there's something coming up that's
Questioning?
12,000 years old.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, what's coming up that's 12,000 years old?
Native Americans were making dice and gaming thousands of years before anyone else.
Oh, well, see, they're right there. There
They
you
were
go.
making things that were
Gambling.
yeah,
There you go.
flipping things and rolling things.
Can we, she already made the casino joke. so we
Games
don't
of
have to go there.
chance.
That was
Well,
an
it's just
opportunity.
proving.
But I mean, it's an opportunity to go and say that this is all leading. How many 12,000 years ago?
12,000.
The casino there's been a 12,000 year lead up to that.
Yeah, that's why
And-
they're so good at it.
Yes, very, very good.
Stereotype I've never heard.
I know.
Somebody call Rick Jackson. There's a new stereotype. I don't know if he can throw into
Hi,
his.
how are ya? Hi.
Not those fights from the reservation.
You're like, hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
That's the music that plays behind it.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Tim Andrews is the only person, and most people listening maybe never even heard of this show, but he's the only person that I know that likes that old show F Troop. Or maybe everybody does, and I was just the only one who hated it.
Well, it was just on every morning.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
so
I know.
watched
It was on all the time,
And
too.
I liked Ken Barry.
Who doesn't?
And actually, you know who I
One
really
of the
liked?
finest comic actors of our time.
He was a good actor. I liked him from Mama's Family. But no, I like Larry Storch.
I know you do.
Love Larry Storch.
I know you do. When I was a kid, I couldn't stand Larry Storch. Can I tell you this? I was more of a Soupy Sales kid. I liked Soupy Sales. Maybe kids all, they broke. It was either Storch or Sales.
Yes.
And I was on the sales side.
I have a feeling they don't make men like Larry Storch anymore. I don't even know who he is.
Well, he lived to be
just with
almost
that
100.
name.
If
Just
you
with
want
that
it,
name.
well, it's obviously a stage name, but the way you think about it is why am I blanking on Barney Fife's real Don Knotts?
Don Knotts.
He was
Okay.
like that type.
Wow.
He was like a minor league Don Knotts. Am I wrong about that?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, what did he get?
Well, they didn't
did
have
he
the
win a
same-
Tony Award for something
They
on
didn't have the
Broadway?
same career path. Larry
difference
Storch
of
was
opinion over here, Jared.
was a voice actor.
Yes.
He did a lot of cartoons and he did a lot of different voices here and
Well,
there.
that's why you like him.
I don't really know any of I've heard those names, but I'm not familiar with these people. I didn't grow up with it.
Well, a lot of you were watching reruns of the
I was
Goon,
watching
Goon Show or something.
The two Ronnies, and
The two Ronnies.
yeah,
Is
they
that
were-
was a sitcom or
yeah,
something?
they were two.
Both named Ron?
Ronnie Corbett and who was the other one? And
Ronnie something?
one was small, one was big, and they did sketch comedy, and they were
Ah.
household names, and they had a weekly TV show, and it was all obviously all sexist and whatever back then.
Of course, because it was. That's how it's
Yeah.
funny in the 70s.
What I liked about F Troop was how true it was to the American Old West and how all of the Native Americans in the show were depicted were played by actual Native Americans.
Yes, you can, change history like that if you'd like. Sure, go ahead. Hey, listen, we got a president just speaks things into the,
The Hikawi were the greatest Native American tribe.
the Hikawi, I do know this. It was short for Where the Heck Are We?
Right.
They wanted to call him with an F. They wanted to
As
call
a
him
cleaner joke.
Yeah, and the censors kind of picked it up and they switched it to. See, I may not have enjoyed the show, but I know a lot about the show.
It's kind of funny. I like that joke.
Yeah, it's
funny.
it's funny. It's right up there with.
It tickles her.
Did
Who
they-
didn't,
are
who
they the
didn't
one
want to
that-
look at Jane for a half an hour?
Jane
was the
yeah,
female
I
that-
believe
the
that
only female.
Yes, I know, and I think that they found out later that she was like way underage. They didn't know; they thought she was 18, and she was like 15 or something.
When she
like
started that show?
Yes, that's what I just saw. I saw it on
Wow.
YouTube. It's got to be true.
Yeah.
Well,
They don't lie on YouTube.
No.
No.
no, it's online. It can't be lies.
No, that's it's
no
well
way.
regulated.
It's not called LieTube.
No, it's
Online is
not.
real.
TruthTube.
It's YouTube.
Hey,
Yours.
TruthTube. Maybe-
starting TruthTube. You're more than welcome to join
TT.
Wouldn't it be great if he was like in his bedroom or something? He just has like shows where he talks about his first time hearing Drake.
well, this
Trump
is a-
response.
Trump reaction videos.
Trump reaction videos.
Oh man, that'd be really good.
Yeah.
Wait, here it comes. Let's back it up a little bit. Here's where Freddie Mercury really hits that high note. Ready? Here we go. Wow, oh my God.
Yeah, it's weird. Some of those reactions like that. You just see these things, and it's one thing if if somebody's 22 and they're saying they're reacting to, I don't know,
something from 30
the
years
dark
ago.
side of the moon. Like,
yeah.
okay, and that's believable that you would be 30, you'd be like that old 22, 23 and have never heard that album. But then sometimes it would be like voice instructor. There's somebody out there that's like singing
I've seen
instructor
this.
or something. This woman, and it's like she's like 50,
Yeah.
and it'll be like first time hearing Bohemian Rhapsody. How the hell are you 50 and you've
That's
never
lying.
heard? It's a lie.
Yeah.
It's a big old and that doesn't belong on YouTube.
No,
As
there's
we
no
Known
say.
liar,
place.
that one.
That one is a known liar.
Yep. it is
Shame.
known.
That's it. I'm throwing my computer away.
Shame on these people
Wouldn't that be great?
fooling us.
Just throw it all away and just.
Oh, it'd be wonderful.
And just walk out.
Stare at the wind.
It's great until you want to do something on it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it'd be great to go out and just live. I'll build a house in the rural hills and, cross my fingers that the Manson clan isn't showing up at 2 a.m, way out in the middle of nowhere.
Howdy, neighbor.
It's great. It's great that you, in one sense, and just get out of there, get out of this rat race. Just, not no technology, but just limit it to utilitarian.
Just stuff that you need.
Just stuff that, not scrolling all the time. But then I think about it, you're out there like 2 weeks and you're like, man, it'd be nice to, I don't know, just like, I don't know.
Just to
See another
disassociate for
person.
like 2 minutes.
Yeah, just be somewhere where there's more than 4 people around.
I think in a healthy retirement, let's say, you could have a lot less phone and computer action in your life, and that would be maybe you just a couple hours a week. That's all you need. You got to pay some bills or do an email or something.
I think what it really comes down to, because there's a story in there, it might be in your bag of stories there, but
the bag?
about the young
bag.
people trying to not do smartphones
That's
for like
not in
2
my
weeks.
bag today.
Okay, well, I don't want to step on your bag, so it's good.
My bag, baby.
Yeah,
It's a big bag.
It's well.
Excuse me, getting older.
They
It's
do it
lower.
and it's English. It's a whole different.
It's a whole different
it's
ballgame.
It's in pounds
No pun
rather than
intended.
dollars.
Bloody bag.
Look at the size of his bag, I say.
Now I forget what the hell where I was going with that.
It's not in my bag.
I know it's not
The
in your
kids
bag.
who are trying to not be on the phones. and-
Yes.
gone like a month.
So the point with that, for me on that is, I think that actually it's pretty easy if you think of it in this. Just never use an iPad or phone. Well, I can't say never. Never use your phone for purely entertainment purposes. Not
Yes.
meaning that. Now, if you wanted to watch a race or a football game and you have to be out and there's something, I can watch it on something you would be watching otherwise. But just, I'm bored. I'm not picking up my phone because I know I'm going to look at this. I'm bored, so I'm going to fill that time with just scrolling around on the phone. If you get rid of that aspect of it, there's a lot that the smartphone can do to help you out in your job, your career, whatever you're doing. But that, I think, is where the problem is. I'm bored. I'm not picking up the phone because there's a specific video I want to watch. It's just that when I'm bored, I
zoning out.
fill that hole with, I'll just look at my phone. And that's where all the trouble starts. It's the same thing back with the television. If you were sitting down because you liked the show and you wanted to watch a show, if you're just sitting on your ass, just going from channel to channel to channel, being bored and kind of entertained and then bored, and the whole idea is, I just don't want to stand up today. That's where as long as you're anything that you're doing is
Directed.
Like, you're directed. I'm picking this up and I'm doing this because I want to find
Purposeful.
purposeful. Thank you very much.
It's wonderful.
That's exactly what it is.
Life.
That's a
Isn't
great
that
word.
What that book's about?
Yeah, but didn't that guy get scandalized over
Probably.
something? They all do.
Maybe that was the million
They're
different
all-
pieces or whatever.
Oh, yeah, there was that one as well. He got scandalized. All the that's another thing comes up in my YouTube algorithm because you watch one video essay and then
You get 100
YouTube
of them.
thinks you want 100 more. But then on this one, I watched a couple on these big mega church pastors that have gotten totally scandalized, usually for some sexual thing, but sometimes just for finances or something like that. And then there's like another one and another one and another one, because it's and it's interesting. I don't know if I'm just seeing videos that are trying to persuade me of something, but if these videos are correct, the whole mega church thing has peaked and is going the other way. Like it used to be, build it as big as State Farm Arena or whatever. Joel Osteen just took over where the Rockets used to play, and that was his big thing. And they didn't have a problem filling that up, and I guess now they do have a problem. And it might not them particularly, I think they are.
Do you pay
hosting-
more for courtside in those kind of?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Oh.
it's altar size.
Speaking of that,
you're
I
right there
looked-
on the stage. I almost got hit by a bass guitar last night.
$3,500 if you want to sit courtside tonight down at State Farm Arena.
And I think some of it is because
160 up in the nosebleeds.
Am I wrong? Like those mega churches, it was like half life coaching.
Yes.
Like it wasn't really about a deep dive into the biblical passages. Obviously, they are a part of it, but it was more like, hey, God wants you to be successful. Yeah, okay, well, okay. Hey, I'm kind of a loser. That makes me feel good. God wants me to be successful. So what that means, and then what you can really take from that, if the preaching gets to a lot of God wants to be successful, you can cut some corners. God's okay with that. Hey,
gift shop.
And
a coffee shop.
Hey, let's not get down on the Protestants too much, my friend, because I remember years ago when I was in New York City, I'm like, oh, St. Patrick's Cathedral. I walk in there, and the first thing I saw was a gift shop to the right.
Well, that's a destination church.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's. They don't have that.
Jesus still got angry with whom?
Yeah.
Well, not
those selling.
What's the buzz?
You got to be the right ones.
Let's put it this way: in true Christianity, there should be no gift shops.
I agree.
There should be no.
That's a tourist.
No, you're not there.
Temple should be a
I'm ready to go
house
to
of prayer.
I'm ready to go.
She knows.
I'm ready to go to the gift shop in heaven. What are you
But
talking
you have
about?
made it a den of thieves.
I remember I walked in there. There was like there were little busts of
the Pope.
Of the Pope, yeah. And I just thought, isn't this exactly what Jesus was getting mad
doesn't it
about?
go to charity?
I don't know.
I would think.
Do you? I don't know. Maybe it does.
I went to
if you open a church,
phase.
your job. If you open a business, you want to dominate.
Yes.
Right. And but I don't think opening a church should be the same thing. Opening it, certainly you don't want to go into debt, and the rules make it you don't have to pay taxes and stuff. But opening a church should just be ideally. A pastor opening a new church would think to himself, you know what? If I change 30 people's lives, for
the good of people is what it should be.
And that's what it should be.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be we're going to be the biggest, baddest brand. Like your church shouldn't have a brand. It shouldn't have a slogan.
We got guitar picks out in the gift shop.
It's so interesting. I've been doing a little bit of a deep dive in that. I'll get into that maybe some other time. But yeah, according to a lot of these video essays, I'm seeing that the megachurch thing has peaked, and they're basically kind of having trouble filling the seats in a lot of them, and because of a lot of the scandals.
If it were like Righteous Gemstones, it would be a lot of fun to go.
Right, it was fun for about. I'm a little critical of Righteous Gemstones.
I loved it.
I loved it too. I thought it was hilarious, but it could have ended one season earlier.
It could have.
Yeah, they milked
I'm glad it didn't.
It got.
They milked it, but the monkey was funny in the final season.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I don't know what it. No, there was a lot of stuff that was funny and everything. I think there was a lot of hilarious
The sister
stuff.
gets all the best lines.
After a while, I don't know what it was. They kept it grounded in reality enough that I had difficulty sort of suspending disbelief. Like at this point, after 3 seasons, what was it, 4 seasons all told?
Yes.
After let's say after 2 seasons, everybody would have been in jail. Like
there
were fires, people were murdered.
Yeah.
And I don't like. It doesn't bother me that Seinfeld is a cartoon, and when it's over, they just reset. It never. I never had a problem with It's Always Sunny. They're a cartoon because I think that especially Always Sunny, they are so disconnected from reality. But Righteous Gemstones kept it that they weren't a complete con. They were actually religious. So they had these anchor stones to the ground that make me think, why didn't somebody call the cops when that place got burnt down and all those people died? And you guys are always there. Well, have a scene where they pay them off. Like some sort of explanation.
There's a lot of shows. Ozark is the same way. Ozark, they should have all been put in jail after like 3 episodes.
Right.
It's crazy.
I
They kept
remember.
going.
Was it which one? Well, there was a school. There was a time when Homicide was on, and there was one about a school, maybe in Baltimore or something. What was his name? Yaphet Kotto, great actor.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
He was like the principal, but every week something would go down in this school. So it was very well acted. It was well written. But after like 4 episodes, I'm like, this school would have been closed down and probably knocked down.
How about Murder, She Wrote?
point.
Somebody dies in that little town every week?
Yeah. I never watched that show.
I think she was killing them.
What was that, Cabot Cove or something like
I
that?
don't even know, but it's just the same town every week, I thought, and somebody dies that she has to...
Well, it's like...
I was just going to say Midsummer Murders on the BBC.
Yeah.
There would be nobody left in the village if that many people died all the time.
Now, because I looked it up. It's something like 455. Is that show still on? They're on like their
I
third
don't know.
actor.
I haven't kept up with the way you
Nothing
have.
to see here, folks.
No, I haven't watched Midsummer Murders in a while. It's like I really liked it for a while, and I liked that first guy.
Yeah.
But after a while, it just kind of becomes a formula.
Is it John
right?
Nettles?
Just
the main guy?
yes. He should have been Bond back in the day.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, he was Bergerac, which was a police officer, a detective on the channel.
Yeah, it's a very 70s kind of show. I watched a little bit of it. Yeah, it was like
Banachek.
an English version of a 70s show. You know,
but he was a
British
gentle guy.
Banachek.
He wasn't like forceful.
No, I
yeah.
think they sort of missed something there. They probably should have gone to him rather than Timothy Dalton.
Yes.
I don't know. Whoever got those Bonds were going to be in trouble because I think they had low budgets, as I recall. There it is. That's the music from Midsummer Murders. Ooh. And you know what about the English stuff is, they don't have pistol. They don't really have a lot of guns. But it's a
Truncheons.
rural area. They do have long guns. So people are murdered by like axes,
Pitchforks.
chainsaws, garden implements.
Get any size air conditioner for $69.99 a month, 0 down, an unbeatable lifetime warranty, and ask about clean air upgrades. Visit reliableair.com to book your free estimate today.
We are here with CFP Matthew Decker of the Vincent Financial Group and host of Retire ATL every weekend right here. Get more at retireatlradio.com. And Matt, what makes you and the team, what makes you different?
You come to us, you come to the Vincent Financial Group for money management, and yet maybe you're a really conservative investor. Our fee is not going to change whether or not we're shooting for a 20% rate of return or a 5% rate of return. This is one of the better use cases for a no-fee growth annuity, because on those no-fee growth annuity contracts, if you get the right ones and if you're working with the right people, you won't pay an advisory fee on those dollars, and yet you are getting exactly what you want, which is a vehicle that has more safety to it. So for those people in the retirement window looking for a way to take some risk off the table but not have to pay a fee to do it, a no-fee growth annuity can be a phenomenal complement to a portfolio. If you want to have that conversation around, what your mix of assets should be, we'd love to have that conversation with you. You can go to retireatlradio.com. Right there on the homepage, you can book a 30-minute discovery call with us. We can have this conversation. We would love to do it.
Again, that's retireatlradio.com, or make the call. We have a representative standing by right now. 770-280-1488. That's 770-280-1488. That initial consultation to discuss your financial future with Aaron Vincent, Matthew Decker, the team at the Vincent Financial Group. It's no cost, no obligation. 770-280-1488 or retireatlradio.com. And join us for Retire ATL every weekend right here. And it's all powered by the Vincent Financial Group.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
Here's how to make this Mother's Day memorable with a gift of fine jewelry from Tara Fine Jewelry Company. The latest styles, brilliant diamonds, luxurious timepieces, all with Tara's legendary customer service to help you pick the perfect gift for the mom in your life. Just 3 miles from the Mall of Georgia in Beaufort.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top story, a developing story right now in Louisiana, where police are at the Mall of Louisiana in Baton Rouge after reports of a shooting. Reporter Greg Merriweather is there.
At least one person was firing inside. That person is no longer here at the Mall of Louisiana. We believe that they've gotten away somehow. We have heard as many as 6 victims. We do know that at least 2 were in really, really bad shape. shape as it was described from a law enforcement source.
The shooting reportedly happened near the food court, and police are looking for 2 shooters. New this half hour, the founder of Noonan-based First Liberty Building and Loan faces federal charges in a multi-billion-dollar Ponzi scheme. Brant Frost was arraigned in federal court today on a charge of wire fraud. Frost enters a plea of not guilty. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Atlanta says the Ponzi scheme defrauded hundreds of investors. He used the money for extravagant purchases. Times are tough for fire victims in South Georgia. Brittany Quinn says her house burned while her kids were in school.
They wake up and go to school from a house, and then you pick them up and you have to tell them that they lost everything.
At least 50 homes have been destroyed so far. Seth Hawkins with the Georgia Forestry Commission says the fires can spread fast.
So we get this low humidity, we get this breeze pickup, and these drought conditions. It's just a perfect formula, right, for a wildfire to blow up.
The Georgia Forestry Commission says a fire that popped up in Bartow County near Lake Allatoona this afternoon has burned about 6 acres. A ballistic vest saves the life of a police officer in Bartow County. The Adairsville police officer was shot in the chest while trying to apprehend a violent suspect after a traffic stop. The officer returned fire in self-defense, killing the suspect, identified as 26-year-old Saheed Ahmed Reed of Clayton County. There were 3 other adults and a child in the vehicle with him at the time. No one else is injured. The GBI is now investigating the officer-involved shooting. It is 3:32. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Still watching the brake lights, I-20 westbound out of downtown through West Atlanta due to the crash. Still in the right lane just past Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, exit 53. I-20 east and westbound, you're slow through the work zone both ways this afternoon in DeKalb County between 285 and the mall at Stonecrest. And I-75 northbound, still got that crash cleanup on the right shoulder up at North Marietta Parkway, but more brake lights find you north of there from 575 as you get past Highway 92 and Lake Allatoona, where earlier trouble spots have cleared. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upward. Sunny skies and hazy today, high 83. Partly cloudy for tonight, lows in the upper 50s to low 60s. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds, breezy as well, high 84. Scattered rain showers and a few thunderstorms on Saturday, highs in the upper 70s.
82 in Alpharetta, 83 in McDonough, and it is 82 in Tucker. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Spring is here, and yep, pollen is back with it, clinging to everything. Good news, it washes right off, unless it's stuck to grime and algae. I trust Wise Guys Pro Wash. One quick call, get a quote, next day service, and I didn't even have to be home. I came back to a clean house and a deck I actually want to hang out on. More than 2,000 five-star Google reviews. They're the real deal. New customers, mention me, Chris Chandler, and get $70 off any service. Don't wait. Book now at wiseguysprowash.com. Wise Guys, the wise choice for your home.
Castile Plumbing and Electrical knows that when spring showers are coming down so hard it seems like Mother Nature traded out cats and dogs for lions and bears, you'll be glad you called us to clear your block drains and prevent dangerous power surges so your home can stay safe and comfortable. Plus, with Castile's same-day water heater installs and repairs with no emergency service fees, we work fast to ensure you have all the plumbing and electrical help you need. So book CastileAir.com now and enjoy the comfort of your home without worrying about whatever kind of zoo that's coming down out there.
There isn't a room in your house that doesn't need to be organized. Dave Baker here for Artisan Custom Closets. Look around. The master closet, you still have wire racks. The pantry, there's graham crackers in the middle shelf from 2012. Your mud room, why can you only find 3 dirty shoes in there? 3! Your garage? Please. That can all be fixed, though. Simply schedule a free design consultation today with a certified master designer at artisancustomclosets.com. Get organized and reward yourself with affordable luxury.
A simple act of generosity changed everything. A journey from alone and abandoned to one of the most successful businessmen in Georgia history. Here's Rick Jackson.
I spent Christmas Eve alone in a children's home. When I woke up, a Good Samaritan had left me $100.
Rick Jackson knows what it's like to go without. That's why he'll fight career politicians who talk about cutting income taxes and property taxes, but never deliver.
Unlike career politicians, I know how some extra money can change everything. That's why I'll freeze your property taxes and slash the income tax in half.
Conservative businessman Rick Jackson will deliver the Georgia results that failed career politicians never will.
I'll get you a boatload of your money back or I won't run again. It's as simple as that.
The conservative outsider who will deliver real tax relief. Rick Jackson for governor. Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Is your air conditioning system ready to answer the challenge of the hot and humid days we know are coming? Take advantage of this great offer from Ragsdale Heating and Air. Right now, you could take up to $1,700 off a new Carrier home comfort system, and that includes Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty on your new system. Ragsdale's the name I know you can trust for all your heating, air, plumbing, electrical, and insulation needs, too. They have a 4.9 Google rating and over 11,000 reviews. Go to RagsdaleAir.com or call them. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
All right, English Nick.
Okay, American Eric.
We've had the foreplay. Now it's time to get down to business with some Toodle Pip.
Well, let me put my pants back on.
Well, no. Now it's not.
Now you want them to come off.
No,
I see.
No. I was,
yeah.
Get it in.
The cultures are different. England and America. Words mean different things. Yeah.
That's why we don't understand each other. That's why it's going to take a visit from King Charles to make it all right.
Are you going to go see King Charles when he comes to America?
Not at all.
No?
No, I like his mum better.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, she's not with us any longer. So
I know. I'm sad about that.
I hear he's actually a much nicer person.
I'm joking. I think King Charles might be a nice bloke, actually.
A lot of people.
What problem do you have with me?
Well, I was talking to your youngest son.
I like the fact that he told Harry, all right, just get the hell out of here. Just leave me alone.
Take that terrible wife of yours and get out.
All right, what do you got in the Toodle Pip?
This is from Variety.com. Michael Jackson's nephew slams media ahead of the Michael biopic release. He says, can't wait till some critics have to eat crow.
All right, now, he's got one thing right and one thing wrong. He's confusing things. I have not read one single good review of this movie. It's been compared to a TV movie, right?
Bad,
so it's bad.
It's supposed to be really inaccurate.
It's bad.
Well, that's all biopics are inaccurate.
True.
Some of the people from Queen, well, they had to go back and so apparently the first time around, and this footage either still exists or has been destroyed, the last third of the movie, it ends with some of the allegations and stuff. And it was meant to be a two-parter, I think. So there's a third of the movie, the end of the movie, and then they found out. So the Jackson estate was told that they couldn't do it based on something that somebody owned, some contract that was signed a long time ago with the estate.
One of the accusers couldn't be you. They couldn't show him in the movie.
They wanted to end it with that 13-year-old that accused him that started everything.
Yeah.
But part of that whole settlement was that he could never be used in that kind of way. And they went and made the movie that way. So then they had to go back.
Reshoot,
just redo the whole ending. And my understanding is like 2/3 of the way in, you can feel it. It just all of a sudden feels like and it just ends all of a sudden with him performing somewhere, but much like the Queen movie. But the difference being, as I heard somebody say, a reviewer say, in the Queen movie, you knew the whole time you were working your way to that final performance.
Right.
Whereas in the Michael Jackson movie, it's kind of like, well, here he is performing some songs and then the movie's over. But what I wanted to say though, is he's right. It's not the critics, but this movie is going to make a lot of money because it's called Michael, and it's about Michael Jackson, and this guy is a worldwide celebrity.
Megastar.
The movie's going to make a lot of money, but it's still going to be the same crappy movie. It's not like the critics are going to have to eat their words. It's just that it's still going to make, I would imagine, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars.
And I saw the premiere on Monday for it, and I feel like more of the story that you get from it is about Michael's dad, Joe. Mm-hmm. And in my opinion, the reason why you go with the name Michael is obviously because you get more eyeballs, you get more people invested in it.
Right.
But in reality,
it should
when
be called like Joe.
Michael's old man.
It may as well be. I mean, you learn more.
Michael's old man.
Yeah, you learn
old man Joe.
You learn more about him and his story, and he's a more complex character.
And that story, by the way, has been told before.
Yes,
many
times.
It was a TV movie, I think, in the early 2000s that was pretty famous. And it was all about how cruel that guy was.
He was whooping him.
Now, does this movie end when Michael's at Live Aid and he tells everybody that he likes boys?
That would be
Every
a great
biopic ends that way now.
That would be a great place to end it.
Again, I can't. I don't. Most of these biopics, the one that nobody talks about to me is the best one, and that's Love and Mercy, the one about Brian Wilson. That one is really, really good. I haven't seen the Rocket Man one.
I've seen that one.
Love and Mercy is fantastic movie. It's just a great movie. You don't have to be a fan of the Beach Boys or Brian Wilson. You just have to like enjoy good movies. And that's the thing with biopics. And that's what I understood about the Michael movie is when they're done wrong, they just feel like they're checking boxes. Okay, that happened, and you just move to these things that you already know about somebody. Love and Mercy is full of stuff that if you care or are interested in Brian Wilson, the Beach Boys, you learn things that you didn't know. And if you're not a fan, it just works as a good movie.
Right.
And I think that's how these biopics should be judged.
Yeah.
If no one had ever heard of this person, which seems impossible, that nobody would have heard of Michael Jackson, but if somebody walks in there and they have no idea who Michael Jackson is, they should be the ones who tell you whether or not it's a good movie.
Yeah, and if you were to go in with that perspective, you would find that movie to be just kind of clunky, kind of hard to follow. Yeah. You still find that he's incredibly mysterious, and it does end, assuming that there's going to be some kind of part 2.
Yeah.
But hey, there is hope. Billie Eilish has got a biopic coming out in a month.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I thought hers was a concert movie.
Yeah,
she's
concert
playing
movie,
herself.
exactly.
It's a concert movie.
Oh,
yeah.
it's a concert
James
movie.
Cameron.
There's going to be a little bit about her story,
James
too.
Cameron shot this thing. It's meant to be groundbreaking.
Is it underwater?
No.
I held my breath.
Did you hold your breath the whole time? You are talented.
The
Billy.
Titanic and going deep into that big deep trench, and you can't breathe down there. You get squished, because it's
Billie Eilish. Wake up. You appear to be asleep. We're trying to talk to you around the radio. Could you just wake up?
She woke up at Coachella this weekend when Justin Bieber was hugging her a lot.
Oh,
he was very handsy.
Was he handsy?
I hope he wasn't inappropriate.
You know what? We may be very close to one of the things that I've always dreamed of. I've wanted to live long enough to see Justin Bieber become creepy in the eyes of some women.
I just thought it was a bit much. Did you, Jared?
Yeah.
I saw the set, so let me give some context
here.
Oh,
he's going to tell you why Justin Bieber.
This is a big deal here. So Billie Eilish grew up as a gigantic Justin Bieber fan her entire life. She went viral as a kid, having Justin Bieber photos all around her room, so it was an homage to her childhood.
And he also,
he's allowed to get all handsy.
Yeah, he got all up there. He said, "You're the only girl in the world that's saying to her like that." It's one of his songs.
When she was starting to break out, he reached out to say, "Here's the do's and don'ts and what to watch out for."
Don't do anything I did. I think that was his advice. Anything that I did, don't do that.
If you're in London and you're getting in a taxi or a minibus and you start picking a fight with big British paparazzi, don't do that.
Also, don't use your body as a tattoo canvas from head to toe.
Wow.
Which he has done. He has done that.
I think, but Bieber
was that his image? Was that his image? Like when he started out, that he was now I'm not going after tattoos. I'm just saying he decided to like kind of brand himself as like a hardcore rapper.
It's his story on his skin, Eric.
Oh, okay. I have a buddy.
He had to rebel.
I have a lifelong buddy. Every time I see him,
I only said that because
every time I see him, he's got a new one. Oh, it's a story. It's like I know your story. I've known you since I was 4 years old.
Well, you might have missed a chapter.
You don't have to strip naked in front of me.
Hey, look, Eric, there's you right there. There's you right there. You're on my forearm.
I should have asked that question. Where am I?
Where are you in his story?
Yeah,
I did. All
I know
right.
where you are.
Yeah, I know
right where I belong. Some things should remain unsaid and secretive. And some things are so special you don't ever want the sun to shine on them.
No.
And that's where you got to keep it.
Especially when you burn like we do.
Except for what?
What? Who?
All right, we got another story for
Yeah, speaking of our favorite pop stars, Mariah Carey has reacted to getting snubbed by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, rock and roll fans have reacted to her ever being nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
She was asked by a TMZ reporter, and she's like, "Look, I wish everybody well. They're talented, but who cares?"
Yeah.
Which does Mariah
First of all,
Carey?
you're not snubbed if you're nominated.
Yeah.
You're snubbed if you're not nominated, and so it's Boston that's been continually snubbed.
Styx.
Will they ever? Styx to me is a little, I don't know.
They're a rock band.
What's that about Styx?
You take
no, I know they're a rock band. I just don't.
Well, you got to remove that one album that destroyed them, Mr. Roboto.
The one
or
before
Kilroy
it.
was here.
The one before it was.
That was a huge success.
I know it was, but I came across a full concert of Paradise Theater, And I mean, it was just
What's
that guy.
theatrics?
What's this guy's name?
Dennis DeYoung.
He wanted to be on Broadway.
Yeah.
And you could see the rest of the band. He's out there. The lights are low, and all this kind of, and you can just see the rest of the band are just waiting to be able to rock.
But the banger on that album is Too Much Time on My Hands.
Yes.
Too much time.
And I think because of everything prior to that, they should.
They should certainly be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame before Janet Jackson, for instance. But as I was driving here today, it's interesting that this came up because I was thinking to myself, I really want to discipline myself on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because the real truth is, and I can never do it. I'm doing it again now. I'm ranting about the Rock. The real truth is, it doesn't deserve my attention.
No.
It's a joke. Who cares who gets in and who doesn't get in?
It's a museum of music at this point.
Yeah. That's the reason. If they were smart, they would call it the Museum of Pop Music or something like that. You know,
or just music, so that they can put rock and roll, pop, rap, all of that.
Just call it the Hall, and then you can put anything
Country.
in there.
Guys,
the Hall.
I think it should be a museum of halls, like some of the best hallways
halls,
of
yeah.
all time.
We have a pretty good one that goes that way here.
Hey,
it's long.
I'm nominating, and I'm not going to snub our hallway.
No.
You know WSB gets you around Atlanta with our triple team traffic.
Now we've got $1,000 to fuel your ride. It's WSB's A Grand for Gas.
Listen for the keyword at 8, 10, 12, 2, and 5.
You'll have 30 minutes to enter that keyword at WSBRadio.com or the WSB Radio app.
One lucky listener wins a grand for gas. Your next chance to win is at 5.
WSB's A Grand for Gas.
From the station that gets you where you want to go. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's free gas station.
Dave Baker here with big news. Coolray is celebrating 60 years of bringing home comfort to Atlanta, and they're making March unforgettable. Here's the deal. Coolray will upgrade your home comfort with a new Carrier cooling system for as low as $60 a month. Look, if your AC struggled last summer or you're worried about rising repair costs, now is the time to replace it before the Georgia heat arrives. And for 60 years, Atlanta homeowners have trusted Coolray to keep their homes comfortable. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today.
Call Trajan today at 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hi, it's Dale from TrustDale.com. I've trusted America's Best Choice for more than a decade for windows, doors, siding, decks, and roofing. Their exclusive 3-way warranty, including my $10,000 Make It Right guarantee, protects you if something goes wrong.
Thanks, Dale. At America's Best Choice, we deliver the best exterior solutions that provide long-term value for your home. Schedule your free in-home estimate now at abcwin.com. No pressure, no gimmicks. America's Best Choice. Quality you can trust, prices you can afford.
When the dollar's convertibility into gold ended in 1971, gold was fixed at $35 an ounce. Fast forward to today, and the U.S. dollar has lost over 85% of its purchasing power, Meanwhile, gold has increased in value by over 12,000%. Central banks are buying gold at record levels. Major firms are holding significant positions in gold. And I choose to buy gold from Birch Gold Group. It's Dan Bongino, and it all starts with education. Birch Gold just announced their Learn and Earn Precious Metals event. This free online event rewards you for learning the basics of investing in precious metals. Sign up to get free silver on your next purchase if you qualify. And you can get even larger incentives as you go. The more you learn, the more you can earn. But act now. This special event only runs through April 30th, so text my name Dan to the number 989898 to join Birch Gold's Learn and Earn Precious Metals event by April 30th. Text Dan to 989898 today. Message and data rates may apply.
Are you saying you call it Clav?
Oh! Yeah, his nickname is Clav. We've been very proper
Clavicular.
saying
Well, hold on. That's not his birth name.
No, but I'm saying that's what the streamers call him, is Clav.
Wow, if you really care.
I tuned into his stream and actually was trying to do some research on him.
Oh, yeah. Does he do it topless? Is this on Twitch or?
It's on Kick. Where he does it.
Is Kick like Twitch?
In a way, yes, but I mean,
do you watch people play video games and some nonsense like that?
He's the only stream that I checked out. I just downloaded the app, so
he has Riz, right?
Yeah, he has Riz.
Yeah, I guess
he's
so.
got Riz, man.
Yeah.
Come on, we're talking about him. He's not talking about us. Who's got the Riz? He's not the Rizzler.
Rizzler's the Rizzler. He's cool.
Is he? Does anybody? His moment is coming on, right?
Yeah. He's almost at puberty.
The Riz.
I think when he made it into that NFL commercial last year,
that was it.
Or was it an ESPN? It was an NFL at the beginning of the season, the new season, and I guess he's a Giants fan. So once he made it into that, I thought, okay, that's peak Rizzler.
He peaked it.
It's as far as good as it can go. But clavicular is the looks maxing guy who is most famous for he'll break his bones in his face with a hammer
to make him
look better.
Good.
And so he was on Kick when this happened.
Yeah,
what happened?
He announced a 500-girl modeling competition where the winner gets pregnant by him.
Okay, I got to say this. I want to be an old man who responds to an influencer like this. I heard this audio. I think he's joking.
Yeah.
Do you want kids? Yes, I want to have kids. Dude, I need to have kids. I need to have kids yesterday. I've been wanting to figure that out. I need to get some HCG. So I'm actually going to do a competition where, like Zerka said, we have 500 girls who come up and do a competition, like a beauty pageant or something. And then I win the winner, and Zerka the other 499.
Gross.
I'm going to be a dad
he's
within
classy.
the next couple months.
Yeah, what a
guys.
pig.
And I look at the end. I'm gonna be a dad in the next couple of months. It's gonna take at least. It's gonna take at least 9.
I think he should legally. This man should have to have a vasectomy. I think he should not bring anybody.
You don't want
into
him
the
to
world.
breed, huh?
No, not at all. What a complete.
Now, here's the thing. The problem with evolution is it doesn't work quick enough, because if he has a son, it's not as if the son's going to have to smash his face with a hammer as well. It's not just going to be picked up and
We'll have Clav too.
Clav too.
A sequel.
What does it even mean, claviculate? What was his name? Clavicular.
What does it mean? I don't know. It's a name you remember.
Clavicular. Your clavicle,
it has to do with your clavicle, I guess. What?
Yeah.
Yes.
The bone, the collarbone.
Yeah, it's the clavicle though. But why clavicular?
Maybe he has a great clavicle.
Yeah, because that is something that people will sort of show off if they have.
Check out my clavicle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I find clavicles, when you can notice them on people, to be very disconcerting.
Yeah.
Like when the bones are kind of like
Something's
so
wrong.
present there. Oh, it's just I don't want to. I don't want to see your skeleton. Yeah, I don't want to be able to look at you and just go,
I like
oh,
thinking
that's
about
what you
your
go.
skeleton.
Yeah, you like thinking about my. Oh my God, I have many comments and compliments actually for my
Your clavs.
my clavs. I'm in the top 80% of good-looking clavicular.
Nationally or like just in Roswell?
It's on Madden. I don't know. I rated somewhere. They have a whole clavicle thing. So
You just take a picture with your phone. It's easy.
You know what happened to me the other day is I had an old man moment. I had to for some reason my muscles were kind of like tense. So I was kind of rubbing them down with, what do you call that, salon pass, that stuff. And I'm looking in the mirror, and I was like, oh, no. It's like, as you get older, you lose your muscle mass, and I'm just kind of looking at it. It's like, oh, I'm really looking like an old man. Like,
So
just like it's all skinny up there on my shoulders and stuff. And it's like, I do. I need to start lifting weights.
You get on the
Get
treadmill.
a 10-pound weight and just go for it. Just stand there.
Yeah.
10 minutes a day, lifting up a weight.
Well, that's what I'm. It's not that hard.
No.
10 minutes a day.
And then
10 minutes is nothing.
And then since you do your walks here at WSB,
can I just get some sort of plastic surgery where they'll stick muscle mass back?
They
in
could.
There?
They could do that.
They could put. It's an implant. It's
I'm
like
sure it'll look great.
Yeah.
It won't look out of proportion or anything.
Just get one of those weighted backpacks, and when you walk around here at WSB, just put the backpack on, and you'll be working out other parts of your body.
Security will tackle him.
Yeah, no, they
He's
won't.
gonna dent the vest.
Yeah, it's wired.
This guy's a danger to himself and to others. All right, English Nick, how are things going in the classic rock world? Those,
things are going. There's a lot of concerts this year. You think we get to a point where how can there be any more concerts? There's tons.
Are we
going to
get the real Foreigner? I've been seeing that,
No.
that every once in a while now, the actual real. They're all. I know because they're all old.
Well, it's just
end up doing shows together.
It's what's his name? Lou Gramm shows up now and again.
No. I know that sometimes Lou Gramm. But if you look on YouTube. There have been a couple of shows where everybody's 70. It's like the actual old band, and I don't know how often they do
because
it.
the singer had been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah,
Kelly Hansen,
and he got
stepped
too
away.
old. He's like, I'm too old.
Well, he just didn't want to tour anymore. So one of the guitar players who's younger than him is now the singer.
Lou has a new solo album out.
Lou's touring by himself. Yeah.
Well, all right. He is the second most famous person from Rochester, New York.
Who's the first?
Me.
Oh, I should have known that.
Thank you, English Nick.
Thank you so much, everybody.
As a Massey Services technician, we have earned the trust of our customers. So much so, we're often called upon for a second opinion.
Could I interest you in the steak or lobster?
What would my Massey technician do?
That's a lot to chew on. But I do know that Massey's Pest Prevention is the right choice for preventing pests from getting inside your home. Plus, our service is guaranteed or your money back.
Massey Services, offering expert advice and much more. Expect more and get it.
Linda Beaver here. Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. That's why at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, only the best vehicles earn a place on our front line. Each one is carefully selected and inspected. Quality isn't negotiable. One property, 2 trusted brands, over 700 pre-owned vehicles. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car. We have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Atlanta homeowners, your grades are in. Hi, I'm Deborah Morton of the Agency Atlanta, host of Inside Georgia Real Estate right here on 95.5 WSB. Each Saturday, my show covers Atlanta's residential housing market and all things real estate. I've been thrilled that so many WSB listeners have taken me up on my team's offer of a complimentary home report card. This is a customized analysis on your home, a secret weapon to get more when the time comes to sell. Know your home's strengths and weaknesses, learn how it stacks up against your competition, and the best time to sell. When it's time to move, you'll know how to net more money. Spring selling season has already started, so if you're thinking about putting your home on the market, let me send you the Agency Atlanta's free home report card. It's invaluable information, it's free, and there are no strings attached. Go to InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com today to connect with us at the Agency Atlanta. That's InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic,
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top local story, wildfires hitting Georgia families hard.
And all I could do was just scream.
She's among those who had to quickly evacuate their homes due to fast-spreading fires in South Georgia. So far, more than 50 homes have been destroyed. Seth Hawkins with the Georgia Forestry Commission says windy conditions make fighting these fires challenging.
In these conditions, an ember from a wildfire can travel like a mile or more and start another little spot fire right across our break and find a new jackpot of fuel.
In North Georgia, the Georgia Forestry Commission reports a 6-acre fire near Lake Allatoona in Bartow County. Governor Kemp plans to survey South Georgia fire damage tomorrow. He'll meet with first responders in Brantley County. The head of GEMA and the Georgia Forestry Commission will also be part of the trip. It is 82 degrees in Atlanta. What day could see scattered showers and storms? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. A developing story this hour, a shooting at the Mall of Louisiana in Baton Rouge. There are reports of 10 people hurt in the shooting involving two groups. Reporter Liam Combs is talking to people outside the mall.
I talked to multiple people who were coming out of the mall. One guy who was waiting for his wife. He didn't know if she was able to exit or not. She's actually a mall employee. There was another woman who I talked to outside. She was visibly distraught. She's a caretaker. One of her patients was actually shot in this shooting.
The shooting occurred in the mall's food court. Former First Liberty Building and Loan President Brant Frost is arraigned in federal court today on a wire fraud charge in connection to a multi-million-dollar Ponzi scheme. Hundreds of investors lost money after being promised sizable returns. Instead, they say he used the money for his personal expenses and to pay off early investors. The feds say Frost's extravagant expenditures included a vacation home in Maine, a luxury watch, and more than $500,000 in political contributions. Atlanta tries to woo Democratic Party leaders in a bid to host the 2028 National Convention. Here's a report all new at 4 o'clock.
Atlanta was a finalist to host the 2024 convention, but Mayor Andre Dickens is turning the page.
We are back at it again, and we know that Atlanta is the best place to host this convention.
DNC Chair Ken Martin says this is a serious and deliberative process, and their choice comes down to more than just logistics.
We also seek a city that shares our values and will be a true partner with us as we plan this once-in-a-lifetime event.
Officials are also set to travel to Chicago, Denver, Boston, and Philadelphia. In Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A ballistic vest saves the life of a police officer in Bartow County.
Adairsville police pulled over 26-year-old Saeed Reed for speeding, only to find out he's wanted on several felony charges. Reed tried to evade police, walking away from the officer at the gas station on Joe Frank Harris Parkway. One of the officers tried to use their taser to get Reed to comply, but it malfunctioned. That's when Reed pulled out a gun and shot the officer in his vest. The officer retaliated, firing multiple shots at the Clayton County man. Reed died after being taken to the hospital, and the officer has since been treated from his injuries. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
Beware of the Asian needle ant. University of Georgia researchers warn the ant's sting can be life-threatening, particularly to those who have bee or ant allergies.
Tiny little 3/16 of an inch thing, and you're working in the garden, you get stung, and 10 minutes later, you're in distress and you wind up in the hospital.
Dan Suter with UGA's College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences says the ants are usually found in shaded areas near big, tall trees. Multiple government agencies joined forces to take down an overseas fraud operation targeting Americans. The U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Janine Pirro, says one of the scams based in Southeast Asia recruited people seeking legitimate jobs who were soon forced into criminal activity, targeting the most vulnerable Americans.
Some of these victims are so distraught that they end up taking their own lives. This is economic homicide.
Pirro says many of the scam sites have been taken down. It is 4:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, it's live team coverage of traffic and weather. In the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, right now I'm watching Atlanta police helping a stalled motorist in East Atlanta. They're holding the right lanes, 20 eastbound. Moreland Avenue, exit 60 to push this stall off to the right. We'd like to see the good help there. But until they get all lanes open, it's jammed up the right on 20 eastbound all the way back to Lowry Boulevard. As you can imagine, negative impact on the downtown connector, which was already slow. 75, 85 northbound brake lights find you just north of Langford Parkway. No relief till you're up to Peachtree Pine Street. Southbound, you're already looking at close to a half hour out of Buckhead from Lenox Road where the delays start down to I-20. And we're also still watching ongoing crash cleanup from this morning in Marietta. 75 I-75 northbound, North Marietta Parkway, exit 265. It's on the right shoulder, but they are blocking the ramp from North Marietta Parkway to I-75 north, so you need to use South Marietta Parkway or Highway 5 as alternates to get onto 75 north. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upward. Sunny skies, hazy today, high 83, lows tonight in the upper 50s to low 60s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, breezy at times, high 84. Scattered rain showers and a few thunderstorms on Saturday, highs in the upper 70s.
And right now it's 82 in Decatur, 81 in Marietta, and 83 in Riverdale. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins when I damn well say it right now. I've decided it's going to be right now. And tonight's the big night. When I say the big night, what I'm saying is, finally, no more mock drafts. This has been the most idiotic year. It is the NFL draft tonight, Autumn, if you were not aware of that. Teams will be drafting college players to join their
and that's
team.
where like they have the cameras at their houses and they're all excited.
Well, it's interesting that you bring that up. I think you're probably remembering the pandemic year when everything was done from people's homes. Now, usually there's, 25 of the best prospects will be invited by the NFL to be at the draft, which is in Pittsburgh.
Correct.
This year. And it's a great honor and to be invited, and sometimes it's embarrassing. Brady Quinn, I don't know if you remember that. They thought he was going to go quick, and he just kind of sat there all night long, which would happen from time to time. Shedeur Sanders famously was not invited, I believe, and so he created his own thing. Well, there's only one person that anyone nationally is interested in this draft. It's considered to be a very weak draft. Now, how will it turn out? Maybe you'll get a bunch of people on offensive lines and defensive lines that will matter.
We'll know for 4 years.
Yeah, it's not. It's just not considered to be. It's considered to be a weak draft, with one exception. Everyone knows who's going to go number 1 to the Raiders, and that's Fernando Mendoza, and he's not going. He was invited, and he said no. He didn't want to be there, and I guess the NFL. The story today is that they got in touch with Peyton Manning and had Peyton Manning talk to him and try to convince him to go to the NFL draft because they literally have no other star, And he said no again. Turns out that his mother is wheelchair bound. I can't remember exactly what her affliction is, but his mother is living with it's something chronic. She just has to live with it all her life. And he wants to have a bunch of family around. He says it's difficult to travel. And so he's just not going to be there. So the NFL has one of the weakest drafts they've had in a decade. And the only person that anyone is interested in is not going to be at the draft. So it should be is anybody going to be watching, really?
I know what I'm going to be doing tonight. Won't be watching the draft.
Oh, you'll be watching the Atlanta Hawks.
I'll be at the game tonight.
Jared Yamamoto made a pretty funny video that he put on, your Insta?
It's on my Insta and my TikTok.
Is it viral yet?
It's not viral yet.
Okay, but he has hopes.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, it's actually pretty funny. He basically is telling the Hawks they need to hire him. What do you call it? A personality hire?
A personality hire.
Yeah,
hire
he doesn't mind if he sits on the bench the whole time, but
you need
him. And then
You're like Flavor Flav.
Yeah, right.
Hype man.
Or
yes,
the old guy with what was that? Who did that Tennessee? They had an old guy
Arrested Development.
Arrested Development had the old guy in the rocking chair.
Yeah,
it's just somebody there is kind of a personality hire. And then Jared Yamamoto recorded himself making shots at the LA Fitness.
Yeah, this was earlier today.
And he cuts out every shot that he missed. And it looks like he's just banging them one after another. It's actually quite funny. Where can people see that?
At Jared Yamamoto on Instagram and TikTok. I put it up on my Facebook. I'll put it up on the show pages too.
Put it up on the show. Do we have show pages?
For our Facebook and for Instagram.
I have no idea. Stefan told me the other day I went on 2 + 2 = 4. Is that still around?
That's Autumn's group. Autumn manages it very well.
Oh, yeah.
She does not. She forgot she even started it.
He likes to post polls.
Yes.
Stefan posted one. Who's your favorite non-team Doctrinaire, and I immediately said Stephanie.
Yeah, we talked about it on the podcast that was attached to the show yesterday, and we do those every once in a while. You know, the thing about online, they tell me, is if you're gonna be on there, you gotta be there every single time you say, and people gotta know. And I'm like, not for me. We'll just toss up a podcast every once in a while. When is it nice to be a surprise? Like you think the show's over, and then all of a sudden, oh, hey, there's a podcast.
Wait a second, I see 30 more minutes here.
What the hell's going on here? Is it a 30-minute commercial?
I would not be surprised if some podcasts are doing that.
The podcasting just gets better and better and better.
Well, I just got my army of followers on TikTok. Just shared it with them.
Oh, very good.
Thanks, man.
Is it, you call it the Tim Army?
The Tim Army, that's right.
The Andrews Army?
Related to Dick Army, remember him?
Oh, I remember Richard Army. See, I show respect.
Okay. My 1,300 followers.
I met Dick Army once.
You did?
I did, yeah. He was a nice guy. What do you think? It's not a joke.
No, I just remembered a joke somebody made about him that I can't share.
Oh, yes. You and what? Was it that one?
No.
There's a... All right, so President Trump is just talking and talking and talking. And
is this live?
Yeah. We can pull him up if you want to.
No, it's all right.
I have all the time in the world.
So we have him here.
Yeah, he's saying, he just says things.
We're just going to reach a big deal with the Iranians. And,
he just says things. Now he's saying, it doesn't matter how long it takes for me to reach a deal with Tehran. It doesn't matter. Really? It doesn't matter?
I could do it right now, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's the silliest thing in the world. We are on the precipice of already many experts are saying this is the worst energy crisis in history. And if you're not feeling it now, in a few weeks, you are going to feel it. And it affects so much. Fertilizer comes out of this part of the world. We're going into planting season. This is going to go into, and of course, we're in America, so we're going to do okay, even how bad it gets. But it's quite possible that people are going to end up starving in third world countries because of this. And then you get like, no, I'm the president. I strictly speak to core MAGA because I've told them never to listen to anyone else. It's all fake unless you hear it from me. So let me tell you, I could make a deal right now. I'm choosing not to. I've got all the time in the world. You know who doesn't have all the time in the world? Australia. They got about 5 weeks of gas left. I mean, if this doesn't stop soon, and I was thinking about it last night, and I know this is controversial, let's just get the hell out of there. Yeah, this is controversial, and I'm going to say it. Let's just take the L. Vietnam, which this is looking a lot like, the generals and the people in the high positions were understood by 1969 that we were not going to win that war. From 1969 to when it was over in 74, it kind of calmed down in like 72. But people did die up to 74. So from 1969 to 1974 was all about how to get out and save face.
Peace with honor.
Peace with honor. Well, there was no peace with honor. We got out in 1974. You can go look at the imagery, people hanging from helicopters in Saigon. It wasn't honorable. 2 years later, we were all celebrating the bicentennial, and now Vietnam is a tourist destination. But from 69 to 74, all those Americans just died, got killed, and Vietnamese, for no good reason. In 74, we left. It was humiliating. In 1969, everybody at the top knew that we couldn't win. And it was all about how do we get out with you know what? Let's learn our lesson from history. Let's just take the L. Let's lose the face, and let's move on. And let's take the L, and let's not have a global recession. How about that? Consider it an act of charity to the world at this point. And you got this guy saying, I could make a deal right now, but I'm choosing not to because I've got all the time in the world. Because there's a shrinking group of people who believe everything that I say. So they actually believe that I have leverage here. Can you believe that? I can hardly believe that, but they do. And I'm just going to keep on feeding this idea. America has done these sort of things. I mean, did America lose Afghanistan? I would say we lost it pretty good. Nobody cares in America a year later. You know what they will care about a year later? A global recession.
Not having food.
Not being able to afford anything. It's just sometimes let's not try. Let's just end it in some way where everybody can say they won, but end it. There's nothing good that's going to. Who cares what Core MAGA thinks? Who the F cares?
I think some people are starting to
Core MAGA agrees with what Donald Trump is going to say at 3 p.m. next Wednesday. Who cares what they think?
And I think even now you're starting to see these stories where overall people are losing interest, because I'm seeing stories like, oh, your barbecue is going to cost more this summer because of the war in Iran. Oh, condoms are going to cost more.
Oh, yeah.
Of the war in
Condoms
Iran.
are going up, for heaven's sakes. Now,
Barbecues and condoms.
Those two go hand in hand.
They sure do.
No fun this summer.
I put all my barbecue sauce in the condoms. I grill them right up.
My rhythm game is on point.
Just learn a lesson. The lesson for future presidents and this president is don't go to war without a plan. Don't go to war without a plan. His plan was this war will be over in 5 days. Once we got to day 6, we're just making it up every day as we go along. And I've got this group of Core MAGA that I'm going to need to get behind me when I try to reject the results of the November elections, right? And so I'm going to keep telling them, don't listen to anybody. It's all fake unless you hear it from me. Because I'm going to need at least a tiny group of people who are going to back me up when I stand up as President of the United States and say that the elections in November were rigged or whatever, and that they weren't, and he's not going to recognize them or something like that. And that Core MAGA is shrinking, but he needs whoever's in there. Because there are fools in this country who will only get their news from Donald Trump. Thankfully, it's a shrinking group. But he needs somebody to hit the streets with anger when he says something ridiculous like when they get wiped out in November that it was rigged. Okay, rant over. Let's say hello to Alex Williams. Alex says there's a crash cleanup on 75 in Marietta. This is how we have to start this afternoon, Alex, with a crash?
That's right. This one's been out there since this morning, actually, Eric. It was one of those homes that was getting towed up 75 northbound. They had to knock it off the side of the big rig. Now they're cleaning all that up. 75 northbound, North Marietta Parkway, exit 265. No through lanes are blocked. A little bit of onlooker delay, but the ramp from North Marietta Parkway to 75 north is closed, so use South Marietta Parkway or Highway 5 to get on I-75 north, where you'll stay on and off the brakes for that ride up into Ackworth. 575 northbound, a little sluggish approaching Highway 92 in Woodstock. Taking a look at how things are on Georgia 400 with the help of Isabella Rodriguez.
The ride on Georgia 400 northbound is stacked up right now, especially past 285. That slow flow stays with you as you approach Northridge Road, exit 6. Those delays do ease up after that, but pick back up in Alpharetta at Windward Parkway, exit 11, with slowdowns all the way up through Cumming. This report is sponsored by CummingsRecall.com. Recall 67A mobile appointments are now available in your area. They come to you quick in under an hour. Complete the recall to get $500 plus a warranty worth thousands. Schedule at CummingsRecall.com. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Get your medical questions answered with the Doctors on Call, presented by Northside Hospital.
This Sunday, we'll be joined by Dr. Vera Tate, a psychiatrist and internist with expertise in integrated behavioral and physical health.
Tune in this Sunday at 8 a.m. for the Doctors on Call, presented by Northside Hospital on 95.5 WSB.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement.
and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
Are you tired of painting your home every 3 to 5 years? Get peace of mind for 25 years with Rhino Shield.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Get a free estimate at rhinoshieldga.com.
So you're losing your hair and you need a simple solution that works, but you want the best. It's Mark Aram here. Modern technology, top-rated physicians. You want something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's completely redefined hair restoration, from the experience itself to the unmatched results they produce. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, address them all with a simple one-day treatment in a calm, relaxed environment with experienced pros. Advanced Hair has performed tens of thousands of breakthrough advanced FUE treatments, and get this, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No one else in Atlanta can offer the advanced FUE found at Advanced Hair. Fix your hair loss today, starting with your free consultation, and you'll also get $500 off if you move forward. Call 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with the team that's redefined hair restoration, and don't forget to ask about that Advanced Hair Guarantee, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Georgia Power is here to help businesses save with quick efficiency tips, like converting exit signs and other lights to LEDs and scheduling yearly building inspections now so you can find ways to save right away. We're here for you so you can be there for your community. Visit georgiapower.com to get started.
Skip the spring cleaning and sell your home hassle-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You need a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. Switch today. Get started with a great offer as low as $60 a month. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Offer ends 6/1/26. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet and security edge. 1-year agreement, eco-bill, and autopay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
When it comes to repairing crawl space issues, it's not one size fits all. AquaGuard Foundation Solutions knows that. Their experts will recommend a solution tailored to your home. Simply book an appointment online at aquaguard.net. Remember the name.
AquaGuard.
I didn't know she played baseball.
She was good. She was on the mat.
Does anybody follow these things as they go along? I mean, just honestly. So the guy who a few weeks ago was saying this war will be over in 4 to 6 weeks, today is saying I have all the time in the world. That's not 8 months apart. That's actually 4 to 6 weeks apart. Yeah. And I understand what's going on there because we're in a different game of chicken now with this. The chicken game has changed. In the beginning, the chicken game was, are they going to use up all their missiles before we use up all of our interceptors? And I think a large part of the reason why this ceasefire is happening is because both sides kind of want to, like, maybe Iran sees that they don't have months and months of missiles left, and maybe we see that we don't have months and months of interceptors left. So now with the blockade, because remember at the very beginning of this, counterintuitively, we lifted the sanctions on Iran's oil because any little bit more oil on the world market keeps the overall price down. So now we've removed that, and there's a blockade. So the game of chicken has now changed. So how long can Iran hold out long enough for the entire world to dip into recession as a result of no oil coming through? Or can the Americans hold on? Will Iran fold before then because they don't have any money from selling oil and they're not able to do it? So it's still a game of chicken, but it changed to a different board, different kind. And I think that's why he's putting out I've got all the time in the world. I don't want to rush myself. So I think it's make it up as you go along. The blockade strategy has been the better one that's happened. It was, ad hoc and okay, what can we do next? But it's a bit more effective. Because if you notice, I think that the ceasefire really is kind of, because they're not hitting, Gulf states or. So I think both sides right now are like, we'd like to hold on to the interceptors we have, and Iran's like, we'd like to hold on to the missiles that we have right now. So now, different game of chicken. Who can last longer before they give in? And so in that way, I guess it makes sense rhetorically to say I've got all the time in the world. But here's the deal: they don't believe you. They don't believe it. Nobody believes anything you say anymore on the world stage. No one does. For some reason, people on Wall Street do. And it goes up and down based on every moment that he says something. He can say something at noon that tanks the market and says something at 2:30 that gets it back on a rally. The only people hanging on this guy's words as far as is the word verisimilitude? Am I wrong?
Verisimilitude.
Thank you. Verisimilitude.
Good word. I don't know what it means, but yes.
I believe it's truthfulness, is it not? Verily? Look it up, George, very fast before I have to go to verisimilitude. It's either that or it's about rodents.
The appearance or semblance of truth.
Thank you very
Realism
much.
or believability in a work of art, literature, or film.
I was very, very close, except I couldn't pronounce the damn thing.
It's a hard one.
I'm the dumbest smart guy in the room. Alex Williams says or the smartest dumb guy. I like to look at it that way. Alex Williams says there's a stalled truck slowing I-20 in DeKalb.
You were the smartest guy in the building, Eric. And the stalled truck we're watching in DeKalb. It's in the right lane. Looks like a stalled big rig, I-20 westbound, Wesley Chapel Road, exit 68. Didn't take long for that to ruin the ride. You're stacked up all the way back to the mall at Stonecrest. I have a feeling this might be here for a while. Consider Covington Highway as an alternate. And your I-20 eastbound delay is a slow from Wesley Chapel to Panola Road. Better news in East Atlanta. We had a stalled 20 eastbound at Moreland Avenue. Atlanta police able to escort that to the right shoulder. Checking I-20 on the west side of town is Isabella Rodriguez.
I-20 westbound is slow starting at MLK Junior Drive, and that stays with you past 285 as you approach Fulton Industrial Boulevard at exit 49. Those slowdowns improve for a bit, but they pick back up at Riverside Parkway, slowing your ride all the way into Lithia Springs. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Hey, what if your diamond could grow with your story? It's Katie Kiley from my great friends at D. Geller & Son Jewelers, and this April isn't just about buying something new. It's about getting more from what you already have. For a limited time, you'll receive 110% of your original diamond's value toward an upgrade. That means the diamond you chose back then can become something even more brilliant today. A larger center stone, a more elevated pair of diamond studs, or a stunning new pendant? The options are yours to choose. And if your diamond didn't come from D. Geller & Son, that's okay. They'll still offer you a top value to trade into something better. Because at D. Geller & Son, it's not just about selling diamonds. It's about helping you move forward with confidence and more sparkle. The source for Atlanta's diamonds since 1939. Go on, take advantage of the special upgrade offer during Diamond Month at D. Geller & Son. Visit their showrooms in Kennesaw or Sandy Springs and learn more about their April upgrade promotion online at dgeller.com.
Are your floors looking tired, scratched, or just dated? You don't have to wait months for a beautiful new look. At Peach State Hardwood, you can start your flooring project in 1 week or less with expert installation, lifetime craftsmanship warranty, and an in-house team that handles everything from moving your furniture to cleaning up after. A stress-free home refresh is closer than you think. Peach State Hardwood, beautiful floors, zero hassle, ready in a week. Schedule your free estimate today at peachstatehardwood.com.
If your home smells musty and moldy, don't wait. Moisture and mold not only produce that old home smell, it can even weaken your home's foundation. At American Crawl Space Solutions, we stop the problem at its source. From encapsulation and waterproofing to mold remediation and foundation repair, we give you the right solution without high-pressure sales tactics. Get peace of mind with American Crawl Space Solutions, your best value in crawl space repair.
American Crawl Space Solutions. Foundations too.
Don't let a DUI ruin your life. Hire the attorney that other attorneys hire. GeorgeStein.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Southern Exteriors. Our top local story: the former president of Noonan-based First Liberty Building and Loan is accused of ripping off investors, is out on bail after an appearance in federal court today.
Federal prosecutors allege that 68-year-old Edwin Brant Frost IV raised at least $140 million from 300 different investors in a massive Ponzi scheme. They say he abused the trust of his clients, family, and friends while allegedly using the money for personal expenses like credit card bills, a vacation home, and luxury watch. Investigators say he also paid early investors to maintain the illusion of profits. Frost faces a single federal charge of wire fraud but has pleaded not guilty. Jennifer Perry, 95.5 WSB.
83 degrees in Atlanta. Wind-due scattered rain showers move in. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. This news sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Wildfires continue to grow in South Georgia.
I've been in Brantley County for over 25 years, and we've never had anything like this.
She's hoping her home survives the fire. So far, more than 50 homes have been destroyed. Hundreds of families have been forced to evacuate. Governor Kemp plans to visit with first responders in South Georgia tomorrow. The Georgia Forestry Commission says a fire near Lake Allatoona this afternoon in Bartow County has burned about 6 acres. An update moments ago from Baton Rouge police after a shooting at the Mall of Louisiana.
Looking through surveillance videos, it looks like it was kind of a targeted, two groups of people got into an argument inside the food court and started shooting at each other. Unfortunately, there were some innocent people that were in the area that might have also caused some rounds. Right now, we have 10 victims at local area hospitals, some transported by EMS and some arriving by private vehicle.
Baton Rouge Police Chief Thomas Moore says some of those involved fled the scene. The shooting happened in the mall's food court. Atlanta makes a new push to host the Democratic National Convention, hosting party leaders today. Mayor Andre Dickens says it shouldn't be a contest.
Beyond the logistics and beyond the various operations, Atlanta is what's right for this country. Atlanta represents what the Democratic Party needs right now.
Chicago, Denver, Boston, and Philly are also in the running as possible locations for the 2028 convention. This sounds scary. Be on the lookout for the Asian needle ant, which can be dangerous.
Dan Suter with the UGA College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences says if you get stung by the ant, it could be life-threatening, especially if you're allergic to bees or ants.
There are probably people in Georgia and throughout the Southeast who have been stung, wound up in the hospital, didn't know what happened to them.
In fact, last year, he says he got a number of calls and emails from people who were hospitalized after being stung by the ant that's only about 3/16 of an inch long. He says they usually live in shady areas with big, tall oak trees. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
And you can see a picture of the ant on our website and the WSB radio app. The NTSB releases a preliminary report into the March crash at LaGuardia Airport in New York between an Air Canada jet and a fire truck.
Federal investigators say the firefighter whose truck collided with the jet heard an air traffic controller warn stop, but didn't know who it was for. After that initial warning, the truck's turret operator heard the controller say truck 1 stop. But by that time, the truck was already on the runway as the Air Canada flight was landing and speeding toward it.
Correspondent Cammie McCormick reports investigators say an air traffic controller had cleared the truck to cross the runway just 12 seconds before the plane touched down. Both pilots on the jet were killed. Gwinnett County Police are holding a car seat checkup this afternoon at the Target on Lawrenceville-Swanee Road, showing parents how to correctly set up a car seat. Officer Juan Reyes says it is a common mistake.
Some accidents involving car seats, we've noticed some of those car seats are installed incorrectly.
If you can't make it to today's event, you can call Gwinnett Police or email their public affairs address, and an officer will come out to your house and help you. Georgia is joining a dozen other states cracking down on illegal vape products from China. The attorneys general are sending out a letter asking Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover to identify and remove merchants that sell illicit vapes from their networks and to show what steps they've taken so far to combat the problem. It is now 4:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And in the 24-hour news center or traffic center to begin our triple team coverage, here is Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, a little better news in DeKalb County. Stall was quick to clear from the right lane, 20 westbound around Wesley Chapel Road. The delays have not been quick to clear. It is still stacked up from the mall at Stonecrest. Hopefully that'll ease up a little bit. If you're traveling 85 northbound out of DeKalb toward Gwinnett County, that's a slow ride. Chamblee Tucker passing Jimmy Carter Boulevard. Then you bunch up again between Duluth and Suwanee from just north of Highway 316 up to Highway 317, Lawrenceville Suwanee Road. Watching the slow crawl through downtown, it's Isabella Rodriguez.
Those slowdowns are bunching up on 75-85 northbound. Those slowdowns start at Langford Parkway all the way through North Avenue, and those southbound delays start at Georgia 400 at Lennox Road all the way down through Freedom Parkway, and on 75 southbound at Northside Drive also all the way down through Freedom Parkway. Next report sent less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Fair skies for this evening, hazy as the wildfire smoke continues to move through. Lows tonight in the upper 50s to low 60s. Tomorrow partly cloudy, breezy at times, high around 82. Scattered rain showers and a few rumbles of thunder return on Saturday.
It's 82 in Covington and in College Park, 81 in Kennesaw. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hey friends, it's Mark Aram, and this is for all my listeners who are struggling with hair loss. I'm sure you've tried the lotions, pills, creams, and potions. With so many options and doctors out there, who are you going to trust? What's really going to grow your hair back? The Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair is an incredible breakthrough. Receding hairline, thinning hair, bald spots, Advanced Hair offers a simple, quick, one-day treatment that begins regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. And get this, Advanced Hair even guarantees your new hair will grow. Works for men and women across all ages, and there is no one in hair restoration I recommend more. For your free consultation, call 470-660-HAIR. If you move forward, you'll also receive $500 off. 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with a team that has redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that guarantee. Check out incredible before and after pictures at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
At Ameris Bank, we know it's never just business when it's your business. So we're here to be your partner. Whether you're launching a startup, expanding locations, or managing daily finances at your company, you can do it all with a committed financial partner on your side. Our expert business bankers are ready to empower you on your financial journey. We're Ameris Bank, and we're fiercely yours. Visit your local branch or learn more at amerisbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I remember brushing my hair and looking down and thinking, oh my gosh, do I have any hair left?
I used to look at women with thick, beautiful hair and think, why doesn't my hair look like that?
My thinning hair is making me feel so old.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. With clinically proven ingredients like apple extract, biotin, and millet, Hair Volume nourishes your hair follicles to promote thicker, healthier-looking hair. Say goodbye to shedding, thin, and dull hair, and hello to thick, healthy hair with Hair Volume.
Since taking Hair Volume, the shedding has all but stopped.
Now, instead of being jealous of other women's hair, I have friends who are jealous of mine.
My hairdresser couldn't believe the difference in my hair. Now she's using Hair Volume too.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
All right, well, apparently, as you have heard from the newsroom, we have Asian needle ants in Georgia. Is this new? Is this a bad thing?
They've been here before.
Invasive species.
It's not good.
The sting can be life-threatening. I know. What are you going to do about this, Rick Jackson?
First thing I'm going to do as your governor, Rick Jackson, is go after Burt Jones for allowing these Asian needle ants into the They kill?
It says could be.
They have a venomous sting.
The ant sting can be life-threatening.
Well, so can a wasp sting. So.
Well, particularly for people who have allergies to bees or other ants.
I don't like them because they're Asian needle ants.
That's right.
That's
I don't like needles.
For Rick.
I don't trust him.
That Rick Jackson said he's going to stop them.
All them kids smoking the Asian needle ant is because of Burt Jones.
Clink, clink. Hey, you want to? That's what I like to hear. That's right. He's going to
so
stand
handsome.
up. He's going to stand up to those Asian needle ants.
Darn right.
Now pass the meatloaf.
They vape, too. They use the needle ants to get the vapes.
That's how they get in here.
That's right.
That's right. That's how they smuggle them in.
And so I guess you got to be careful now. I mean, how do you know that? I mean, if an ant, how do you avoid ants? Now, you could be hygienic and keep
You
things
never leave your home.
But I mean, if you're just walking somewhere.
Don't walk around barefoot in your yard. You
Yeah,
got
I mean, I
fire
think
ants
that's-
anyway.
That's how you would get bit by an ant. Like you're sitting in the grass or you're, you know, maybe you're gardening.
These things are
like
3/16 of an inch.
I don't know what that
They're
means.
tiny, 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 tiny.
So they bite you and then what happens? You get a welt?
I guess.
It's
and then
described
if
as
BFD.
liquid fire or a sharp needle prick when they bite
Okay,
you.
ow.
Right, but that's
so do
how
ant bites.
I know,
so do
but
wasp stings.
did you miss the fact that they can be life-threatening?
They've been
But
here
why?
since the 30s.
What?
It says here, the Asian needle ant established in Georgia since the 1930s.
All right, what do you have to say to that, Mr. ATL cheerleader?
The
are
issue
you saying
is
they
that
went
they're-
away and
He's a
they
fan.
came back?
They're more prominent now.
Jared hopes that he gets stung or bitten by one
Why?
of these.
Why would I want that? I
Because
don't
they
want these.
represent ATL.
No, I don't want these ants. Are you kidding me? These
I don't
ants
want
need to go
these ants.
home. These ants need to go home.
Yeah, these ants need to get out of my country.
Somebody find Christy Nome. We got to get rid of these needle ants.
Right.
This is, at least they aren't button ants. That would have really gotten Tim Andrews. Can you imagine? Ants that look like buttons that gather together and then
I don't know what I do.
swarm
The creep.
all over you.
Freak out.
I just don't know what you do. Like because if I would just assume it was a red ant and I would just go on with my life.
Exactly.
But
Call
what
ice.
if I think that and then all of a sudden I've got some sort of venom in me that's going to kill me?
No, but how does it kill you?
Hey, listen, I'm just telling you what it
It
says.
can cause anaphylaxis.
Yeah, it says that if you're allergic to them, that the
Yeah.
that
Okay,
it'll
well, how
cause
do you
that
know if
problem.
you're allergic to? How the hell you know if you're allergic to a needle ant if you haven't been bitten by one?
Okay, take a needle ant at the hospital and let it bite you, and then see
Oh
what
yeah,
happens.
in
See
a
how it
controlled
goes.
environment.
In a controlled environment,
Yeah,
out of
yeah.
an
That's a good
abundance of
idea.
caution.
Just to check.
Listen, get tested. That's what I
You know
say.
what? If you have a twin, then go ahead and let the ant bite them, and then you'll know if
Ah.
you're allergic or not, and then you don't have to do
But
it.
let me just amend that a little bit. If you have a twin that you hate, that you don't like,
I mean,
you know,
maybe. How about this? How
That's
about
not
if you have a twin that cares about you a whole lot?
Yeah.
So that it cares if you're going to get poisoned to death.
and
by
so they're
some venom.
willing to put their life on the line
Exactly.
for you.
Yeah.
It's bad enough. There's where is Yakima?
Washington?
Is it Washington State?
Yakima, Washington.
World Puddle Jumping Championships at risk
Uh-oh.
because the heat wave drying up the competition.
This
The
is-
World Puddle Jumping. This is not the regular season.
Peppa Pig is
This is the
current winner.
championships.
Muddy puddles.
Muddy puddles.
All right. You shouldn't be watching Peppa Pig. Your kids are like 9 and 13.
I watched
I
it
know
before
it,
Gil
though.
was born.
Huh? Oh, is it the same now? They're just running the same
Yeah.
stuff? Man.
I know it.
Wow, no
I'm
rain.
familiar.
No rain ever? For the entire country for the rest of the year? Is that what I heard?
Again, Saturday.
Christina Edwards, is that what I heard? No rain
That's
ever
what you
again?
heard.
As
We're
long as we
never
live?
getting rain again. I'm Christina Edwards.
Now, why did you bring up Yakima? This says this is in England.
I saw the word Yakima. That's why. I don't know. Where did I see
Wicksteed
it?
Park
Oh,
in the
okay.
UK.
I saw it as being in Yakima, but
Maybe that's the American Championships. This is the world.
Okay, all right. Maybe I...
World Puddle Jumping Championship.
You know, Eric, not
It says,
everything
oh.
is about the United States, okay?
Okay, I know.
Sometimes
you hit me on the xenophobia. Is that what you're
yeah.
saying?
Sometimes
Right.
things happen in other places.
I can explain this. It is happening in England. It was this particular online report is from nonstop local Tri-Cities Yakima. So I assumed I assumed it was a local story. I was wrong. This has nothing to do with the first, second, or third of the Tri-Cities.
Well, they care a lot about the World Puddle Jumping Championship there in the Tri-Cities.
Boy, nobody's ever heard of the other two, huh? If Yakima's one of them.
What are the other two?
I have no idea.
Well, Seattle?
Oh, I think Seattle would no.
You would think
Is that
they would be
part-
on the fringe.
Seattle's their own. They're not part of a Tri-Cities thing, are they? I've never heard of them as part of the Tri-Cities.
God.
I know the Twin Cities in Minnesota.
Try hard.
Kennewick, Pasco, and Richland.
There you go.
Oh, man.
And so Yakima, they're just, what? What about Yakima?
No, Yakima is not part of the Tri-Cities.
Yakima? Yakima?
Yakima.
I had a friend named Hakima.
You what?
I had a friend named Hakima.
Oh, good. How's he doing? Did it work out for him?
She's doing well.
She
They?
You know what? I don't know.
The three cities
Hakima,
are situated at the confluence of the
Hold
Columbia
on.
Snake and
Stop
Yakima
for one
River.
second.
There you
One
go.
second. 1 second. Autumn had a very special message for Hakima.
Okay.
Hakima, I see you, girl.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And hear
Where are
you.
you?
And hear you.
Yes.
I see you and hear you.
You are heard on the Von
I'm going to send you an
Hessler
email with a link.
Is this
And,
somebody?
if you click it, I'm gonna. It's a phishing experiment.
Send it to my corporate email, please.
Okay.
Boy, we're just having a big old laugh, but we're not over there in England. Can you imagine these people? They've been waiting all year for the world.
Trained their whole lives.
Wherever the World Puddle Championships, jumping championships are, that's the biggest thing that happens in that town every year.
That's what Paul Skittles is up to now.
Oh, Paul Skittles, English next friend.
Can't jump in the puddles. I'll jump in the dry dust.
You're not supposed to jump in the puddles, I don't think.
Yes,
are
you are. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It says
supposed to
World
be in
Puddle
them, I think.
jumping. You're jumping
Yeah,
over
you
a puddle.
jump in the
jump
puddle,
in
not
it.
over.
Well, that doesn't make any
I
sense.
just saw an image of dirty kids jumping in the puddle.
So did I. I thought they were failures.
They wouldn't put the losers in the paper.
Yeah. I don't know how they do things in Yakima. Yakima?
It's not in Yakima.
I know
British
it's not
thing,
in
I guess.
Yakima, but the people who put the pictures in the story are in Yakima.
Or one of the other Tri-Cities.
It's not part of the Tri-Cities.
Hey, how are you? Hey,
I don't think we should be doing foreign news like this.
neither do I, because the only thing that matters in my world is the United States of America.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Everything good happens here. Everything bad happens over outside of here.
Apparently, if
And that's it. I'm done.
don't
Don't ask me to read a book.
if the puddles end up drying up too much for this weekend, it says participants are now encouraged to submit video entries of their jumps by the end of the week to be judged.
Are they
on
thick over there? You dig holes, you get a hose, and you create puddles.
We can't waste water with that.
That's right. They're in a drought.
I'll truck it in from London. I don't know.
What about seawater?
Alex Williams is checking the slow ride around 285.
Yeah, 285 westbound, Eric. We're going to start up there. North side perimeter. That's where it's definitely slow. Starting just before Ashford Dunwoody Road, those delays are going to stay with you over to I-75 in Cobb County. Southbound, you're going to stay on and off the brakes the whole way through Smyrna Bindings as you make your way down to I-20. And then down around the airport, I'm seeing a little bit of volume both ways, 285 both east and westbound, between I-85 and I-75 in Clayton County. Checking 285 through DeKalb County, it's Isabella Rodriguez.
285, the inner loop into Cab. It's really busy right now, heading out from Georgia 400. Those slowdowns stay with you through Doraville as you approach I-85. And then past I-85, we're looking at many brake lights all the way down to Highway 78. It'll take you about 40 minutes to get through that stretch as you make your way into Clarkston. Traffic report brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Hey, you know WSB gets you around Atlanta with our Triple Team Traffic.
Now we've got $1,000 to fuel your ride. It's WSB's A Grand for Gas.
Listen for the keyword at 8, 10, 12, 2, and 5.
You'll have 30 minutes to enter that keyword at WSBRadio.com or the WSB Radio app.
One lucky listener wins a grand for gas. Your next chance to win is at 5. WSB's A Grand for Gas. From the station that gets you where you want to go. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's free gas station.
Linda Beaver here. Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. That's why at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, only the best vehicles earn a place on our front line. Each one is carefully selected and inspected. Quality isn't negotiable. One property, 2 trusted brands, over 700 pre-owned vehicles. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car. We have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision.
It's happening, guys. Your hair's thinning, the crown's disappearing, hair loss might have you feeling you've lost your identity. It's Mark Aram here. Thankfully, there's Advanced Hair Simple One-Day Treatment. You decide how much, how thick, and where. It's your own natural hair that begins regrowing the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. I've seen Advanced Hair's incredible results with my own eyes. Get your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts. Call 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
So, Roxanne, how often do people repaint their house?
Every 5 to 7 years, and they hate it every single time.
Which is exactly why Rhino Shield exists.
It's an exterior coating that lasts up to 25 years.
Backed by warranty, so no scraping, no repainting, and no weekends wasted.
Get peace of mind and protection that lasts with Rhino Shield.
And it still comes in your wife's favorite color. Get a free quote today at rhinoshieldga.com.
That's rhinoshieldga.com.
Hey, this is that Rick Jackson spot.
Too often, criminal illegals commit sick, violent crimes. Do that when I'm governor, and you'll end up deported or departed.
Dang. I know, right?
What do you have, sugar?
I'll take the meatloaf and Rick Jackson for governor.
He's something, ain't he?
He's tough.
Yeah, no tolerance for criminal illegals, no DEI.
No covering up for do-nothing career politicians either.
You know, Jackson came from nothing and built one of the biggest businesses in Georgia.
Now he wants to cut the income tax in half and freeze property taxes.
Yeah, but not for deadbeats.
Listen, I love this part.
No more free rides for people who refuse to work. You want to sit on your butt, binge watch Netflix, and scarf down Cheetos? Do it with your own money.
Be still my heart.
Bingo.
Amen to that.
Rick Jackson for Georgia, not a career politician. Paid for by Jackson for Governor, Inc.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with AquaGuard, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Yeah, I'll take the Peking duck and Rick Jackson for governor.
You want to sit around eating Cheetos?
Actually, Rick, that sounds like a pretty good idea to me.
I wouldn't mind sitting around eating Cheetos.
You're the problem.
That's right. We're going to get rid of the Asian needle ant.
Yeah, they're tiny ants, but the vapes that they bring are even tiny.
It takes 1,000 of them to carry one.
They smuggle them.
China's brutal.
It's forced labor. I don't even know if we can take it out on the ants.
Ah, they're commie ants. They get what they deserve.
Commie ants.
Come here and have baby ants that don't
By the way,
leave.
earlier, for some reason, I always think that the Vietnam War ended in 1974. It didn't actually end until 1975, April of 1975. Which makes my point that I was making earlier even more. So the Vietnam War officially, that when you see people hanging off of helicopters in Saigon, the real pullout, that's April of 1975. Makes my point even more. The next summer, we were all celebrating the bicentennial, moving on with our lives, and now Vietnam is the tourist destination. Let's just get out of Iran. Everything, it's going to be, listen, it's not going to, it'll be humiliating at first, whatever, but it's America. We can rejuvenate, we can move on, and the world doesn't go into an energy crisis. Isn't that a good thing? What's more important? That we save face or that the world does not experience a global energy crisis. I'd say we get helped if the world doesn't experience a global energy crisis. And again, Vietnam, humiliating getting out. 1 year later, hey, 200 years old, yay! Everybody moved on.
Maybe
Afghanistan was a disaster.
King Charles will talk him out of it.
You think so?
Flatter him.
Maybe
some crappy gold stuff you can put up on the wall.
He has to come. I didn't realize this, that Queen Elizabeth came. I'm sure I just don't have the memory of it. Queen Elizabeth came for the bicentennial, and I guess she and Gerald Ford danced and together and
friends again.
She shook her hips a little bit.
It was lovely.
So because of that, King Charles has to come. No matter
Did
what.
she come for the 4th of July specifically, or was it before it happened?
It was part of the festivities. I'm not. You can look it up in 1976, but it was. I believe that she was here for the celebration, or maybe it was the celebrations leading up to. That UFC fight's going to be in June, not July, right?
Right. It's going to be on Flag Day or Trump's
They're
birthday.
building. What are they building? Like 4,500 seat.
Yeah, there's going to be it's about. I think it was up to 8,000. I think it's
and then they have more. Then
that's
then
further
you can
back.
you can
That's
go
right.
further back, and there's can be thousands. Trump said maybe 100,000. It's not somebody who's known to embellish things.
bigger than the big house.
She was here from the 7th through the 11th of July that year.
Okay. So King Charles is kind of coming because of that. I've been reading some stuff that says he's not a huge fan.
Of the United States?
Well, no, he likes the United States. Maybe the current leadership he's not. But, his job as king is to, suck it up.
Well, there might be
stiff upper lip.
Some encouraging news then. If you said before the bicentennial everything was getting better and we were feeling better as a nation,
Yeah.
we still have got time. Think about we've got 3 months
Yeah,
until
yeah.
4th of July.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be touring.
Are you going to watch
around.
that UFC bout?
Probably.
I think it's an abomination. I will not be watching that. Oh, hey. Let's give stuff away. You know it's not an abomination? Just being kind and giving stuff away. That's what we're going to do. Win 2 tickets to Santana and the Doobie Brothers on Thursday, July 9th at Ameris Bank Amphitheater. Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Alex Williams says there's big rig trouble on 75 by Truist Park.
That's right. One of those large big rigs that hauls logs. It's stalled out on 75 South, right on the ramps to I-285. Looks like the ramp to 285 at west or southbound. The outer loop right lane of that ramp is blocked, and it's quickly slowing the ride back up into Marietta. 75 northbound, still seeing some moderate volume up through Marietta into Kennesaw and Ackworth, while 575 northbound, toughest part of that ride is getting past Bells Ferry Road exit number 4 up to Highway 92. How's it looking on I-85 toward Gwinnett County, Isabella Rodriguez?
I-85 northbound, we're looking at some brief slowdowns out past 285 with delays breaking free past Indian Trail Road, but delays pick back up in Duluth at Duluth Highway up through Swanee. This report is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Some things get better with age, but not your home siding and windows. If your house is showing its age and needs a facelift, it's only going to get worse. New siding and windows are the perfect fix. Dave Baker here for my siding and window experts, Nelson Exteriors. With Nelson Exteriors, you choose the window that's right for your home and budget from many top-rated manufacturers like Anderson and MI. And Nelson is a licensed and insured James Hardy Elite Preferred Siding contractor. For unmatched quality and craftsmanship, Google Nelson Exteriors.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
Most financial advisors only manage your money. They refer you out for taxes, they refer you out for estate planning, they refer you out when things get complicated. Did they really vet that person? Or did they meet once, exchange business cards, and call it a partnership? A referral isn't accountability. It's a handoff. When your investments, taxes, and estate plan are built separately, gaps happen, and those can cost money. At Trajan, we didn't build a referral network. We built a family office for all. Wealth, tax, estate. One team delivering coordinated planning, once reserved for the ultra-wealthy. If you want real coordination and not just introductions, call Trajan Wealth today.
Call Trajan today at 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Southern Exteriors. Our top local story, wildfires rip through South Georgia, causing chaos. WSB's Mary Ryan Howarth reports live with the latest on efforts to tame the fires.
Bill, officials are saying things have changed within the last hour. 87 homes are now destroyed, and more civilians are being told to evacuate in the last 10 minutes. Brantley County Manager Joey Kaysen says over 200 personnel are on the scene.
6 brush engines. We've got 35 personnel or more with Georgia Forestry. He'll say more about that. We've got 25 fire trucks, 12 tank tenders, and 10 brush trucks on scene.
He says the wind might start pushing the flames more north and northwest. Reporting live, Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
And a number of metro Atlanta counties are issuing burn bans due to ongoing drought conditions. In Cherokee County, the fire marshal's office says the ban takes effect immediately and applies to all outdoor burning in unincorporated Cherokee as well as all cities in the county. There are also burn bans in Bartow, Cobb, and Henry counties. It is 82 degrees in Atlanta. When does rain arrive and how much is coming? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. This is new at 5 o'clock. A grand jury indicts a suspect accused of killing Gwinnett County Police Officer Pradeep Tamang. Prosecutors say they will seek the death penalty against 35-year-old Kevin Andrews Jr. He's charged with malice murder, felony murder, and multiple other charges in connection with the February shooting death of Officer Tamang. He's also accused of seriously wounding another officer. Prosecutors believe Andrews was involved in gang activity when he confronted the officers at a Stone Mountain hotel. A ballistic vest saves the life of a police officer in Bartow County. The Adairsville police officer was shot in the chest while trying to apprehend a violent suspect after a traffic stop. The officer returned fire in self-defense, killing the suspect, identified as 26-year-old Sahid Ahmed Reed of Clayton County. There were 3 other adults and a child in the vehicle with him. No one else is hurt. The GBI is investigating the shooting. Atlanta makes its case for hosting the 2028 Democratic National Convention.
Atlanta is one of a handful of finalist cities being assessed by top party brass, but Mayor Andre Dickens isn't worried about the competition.
Boston is history. Philadelphia is played out. Denver is nostalgia. Atlanta is now.
Atlanta is the first stop on DNC Chair Ken Martin's tour, and he says they consider many factors when making the selection.
The process of selecting our convention host city is a serious and deliberative one.
The party's convention was last held here in 1988. In Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
The founder of Noonan-based First Liberty Building and Loan faces federal charges in a multi-billion-dollar Ponzi scheme. Brant Frost was arraigned in federal court today on a charge of wire fraud. Frost enters a plea of not guilty. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Atlanta says the Ponzi scheme defrauded hundreds of investors. He used the money for extravagant purchases. 10 people are injured after a shooting today at the Mall of Louisiana in Baton Rouge. It involved 2 groups of people in the food court. Baton Rouge Police Chief Thomas Moore says this does not appear to be a random act of violence.
Right now, there is no known threat to the public. Right here is the safest place in Baton Rouge, in this area. But as we start developing suspects, we're going to run down every single lead that we can to get these people in custody.
Police say the suspects remain at large. Following the death of Congressman David Scott, there are questions about who will be the next representative of Georgia's 13th district.
The 80-year-old Scott had planned to seek another 2-year term but faced a crowded primary. Some challengers citing his age as a reason new leadership is needed. A May 19th primary will determine candidates for November's general election for the new term beginning in January. Georgia's 13th congressional district includes all of Rockdale County, as well as parts of Clayton, DeKalb, Gwinnett, Henry, and Newton counties. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 5:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, it's live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic starts with Alex Williams.
Much better news in Marietta, Bill. All that crash cleanup from this morning that I've been watching all day, 75 northbound at North Marietta Parkway, it is totally gone. And the ramp from North Marietta Parkway to I-75 northbound, that is also back open. 75 southbound, though, that's the slower part of the ride northwest of town, leaving Marietta as you leave North Marietta Parkway. And it's all due to the stalled big rig on the 75 south ramp to 285 west, blocking the right lane of that ramp. We also got some better news on I-285, Isabella Rodriguez.
That's right, some progress in the cab that crashed on 285 eastbound. The outer loop at Flat Shoals Road has just been moved onto the right shoulder, and all lanes are back open, making your way towards I-20. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies this evening. Temperatures falling to the upper 50s, low 60s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, breezy. The southwest wind gusting 15 miles per hour. Daytime high around 82. Scattered rain showers and a few thunderstorms will arrive starting late Saturday morning, continuing through the afternoon hours. As much as half an inch of rainfall possible on Saturday. Daytime highs in the upper 70s. Staying mainly dry for Sunday with highs in the low 80s. Another round of rain showers arrives early next week.
Right now it's 83 in Roswell, 79 in Mableton, and 82 in Stockbridge. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now with a hearty congratulations to Jason Stover of Emerson, Georgia. Do we
That's
know
right.
where's Emerson, Georgia?
I believe it is out east, but I'll double check.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. You get out there, say hello to a very happy Jason Stover. Just won 2 tickets to Santana and the Doobie Brothers on Thursday, July 9th. People might visit him just for that. Just let him know.
No. Emerson's by Alatoona.
Oh.
Okay.
So-
Well, I said I think. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
It was just funny.
What was your guess going to be?
Yeah. what the
I
heck,
guess
Tom?
you didn't make a guess.
Okay.
So
yeah.
you didn't put
I'd
your,
rather-
you
I'd
didn't
rather
put
say
your
I
high
don't-
of the line, did you?
I'd rather say I don't know.
That could be a lesson there. Sometimes it's okay just to say, I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't know everything.
You can't.
You can't.
And I'm not mocking you. I just thought it was funny. that
No,
you
it's
said- I think
funnier
already-
if you mock him. I
Okay,
think
yeah, I was mocking
there
you.
was some mockery.
the crowd is looking for some mockery.
I thought it was at LaGuardia.
Now, you're mocking everybody.
Yes.
I think that you're meta-mocking is what you're doing. And I want it to stop. That's all I have to say. Okay, so he won 2 tickets to Santana and the Doobie Brothers on Thursday, July 9th at Amerisbank Amphitheater. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. And Jared Yamamoto told me that I should, what is it you said? What should my transition be from the winner to?
Oh, listen, this is how good of a coach I am right
Yes,
now. I was
yes.
like, you could say, not only did we get Jason as our winner here, but
We
now
also-
is your chance to get $1,000.
That's another winner.
How?
It's WSB's A Grand for Gas giveaway. This hour's keyword is trip. TRIP. Like, man, this has been a long trip, man.
What a
What a long,
strange
strange trip it's been.
Tim's taking a trip to Emerson.
That's right. Out east.
Out east.
Say hello to Jason when you go. Go to the WSB Radio app or WSBRadio.com/gas for your chance to win $1,000. Not that kind of gas.
Excuse me.
Again, that keyword is TRIP, trip. Amen.
Yeah, man, it's trip.
Just gotta, just accept it, man. You can't fight it. You fight it, you're gonna get paranoid, man. You don't want to do that.
I was tripping in Loganville and I wound up in Emerson. That's what I thought it was.
Where's Loganville?
If you had teleported to a Waffle House, you could have an administration job right now.
All right, drop it. You know that.
How
guy.
is it that is not a bigger story? It was like here's a funny little story. A member of FEMA, the guy running FEMA, is telling people that he teleported to a Waffle House that was 50 miles away.
He's been sick. Leave him alone.
Okay. Speaking of sick, Falcons James Pierce Jr., edge rusher, who was amazing until then he got mad at his
Ex-girlfriend.
Nakia
Jackson.
Right, from the WNBA. and he took his Lamborghini, and she was trying to drive to the police station, and he kept ramming it, and then he rammed it head on, and then when the cops got involved, he ran away from the cops, and now, I guess Falcons' James Pierce offered intervention program to avoid trial.
6 months he has to prove good behavior. So this is great news for the
Well,
Falcons. And hopefully he learns. I hope most
I'll
importantly
call
that
it
he learns.
Before everybody says anything, the judge basically, first of all, this is Florida, and in order for all this to happen, his ex-girlfriend, the cops, and everybody has to be in agreement on this. Now, from the judge's point of view, they are saying that according to the state of Florida, they believe this was a mental health issue. And so the first step is we're going to try to get you help. If he messes up, he's got to do drug tests, got to do whatever.
Yeah,
now,
mental health as in drugs?
I don't know exactly. I don't know how deep, but obviously there probably were some drugs involved. But he obviously got very paranoid and ridiculous, and with all this. Now here's the question to me: when I hear that, I think okay, if everybody involved, including the ex-girlfriend, he's not allowed to go anywhere near her, says, yeah, I think he was suffering from a mental health issue. Okay, I can see that. But here's the question that I have, and we're not talking about the state of Georgia here, we're talking about the state of Florida. Would I get the same deal? Right? That's the only question that I have. I don't have a problem starting out with if you identify that there was a mental health issue. But part of that mental health issue is this guy's got anger issues.
You got to save this question for George Stein tomorrow.
I will ask him. Would I get that same deal?
Why don't you try it and see if you do?
You want to role play? Can you come down here and I'll just we'll do it and we'll see how it goes. And then, but in the end, you have to agree to this deal. Well, you can't leave me hanging out there.
We'll see. When the Falcons have open tryouts,
and you as a football fan,
oh yeah,
Jared as a football fan,
oh no,
all he cares about is this guy's great on the field. We can get him back.
Yes.
Because it was looking like he's going to jail, and
I thought that we would never see him play
now
again.
during the 6 months. Can he play? Because how many months till the season starts?
Let's see.
There you go. Get your fingers out.
5.
He probably shouldn't play.
5. Well,
in my opinion.
Well, he should be
my
suspended
medical
for
opinion.
that, no?
Will the NFL step in and suspend him? That's But all the Falcons, all we care about is going to the Super Bowl. So if we can get him back by the playoffs.
Well, that's why I want Vrabel suspended for his horrible behavior.
That was a little joke there. I was assuming we're going to be in the playoffs. Nobody.
How dare you? I think we have a good chance. I'm on Team Jared.
I do as well. I think the Falcons. Actually, I like the coaching hire, and I think there's a good. I would. You know what? I think that I would say 70% chance going into the season. I believe the Falcons will be in the playoffs.
I mean, the Carolina Panthers won the division this past year. Anybody can win it if the Panthers win.
Carolina's getting better.
We're
teams
better
are
than
bad.
Them. Raheem Morris was
stink.
holding us back.
Teams stink, and then they get better, except for the Jets and the Browns.
How about Tampa Bay? Weren't they sort of good? They were all right.
They had a bad season last year.
Yeah. They did not make the playoffs.
They didn't make the playoffs.
They didn't make the playoffs.
At least this is what Autumn told me.
They did not make the playoffs. Let me tell you something.
She's laughing.
They did not make the playoffs.
Autumn kept saying too much pressure on Baker Mayfield.
So Baker had so much pressure on him. It was just he couldn't handle it.
I want to talk about this notion that's going around in D.C. Apparently meetings are being had that the taxpayers, because, we have so much money, are maybe be on the hook to bail out Spirit Airlines. $500 million.
Great.
Now this is a weird kind of thing, where so Frontier tried to merge with Spirit back in 2022. And a lot of people think the government stopped that. They didn't. It was the Spirit Airlines shareholders who preferred the deal from JetBlue. And so Frontier went away, and they said, we don't want the Frontier one. We want JetBlue. And then JetBlue came in, and I believe then a federal judge said, no, JetBlue cannot merge because of the antitrust. So now we go from it's not good for the American people for these two airlines to get together, but it is good for the American people that we have to bail out Spirit Airlines at $500 million. And on top of that, there's a Trumpian edge to it where the government will then once the deal is paid back or so, the government will own 90% of Spirit Airlines. Great. Now we're going to have a flying Amtrak. This country just gets better and better and better.
Government air.
I mean, hasn't Amtrak just gotten better and better and better since the government took it over? Well, it was in pretty bad shape when they stepped in, but I mean, does everybody in D.C. just wake up every day and just make it up as they go along? JetBlue wanted to merge with this Spirit Airlines, and that was a danger to the American people. What's good for the American people is we take $500 million that we don't have, we'll just add it to the $40 trillion of debt that we already have, and the American, hey, it's going to be good for you because you're going to become shareholders every taxpayer.
If they can get away with it, then yeah.
Well,
There's nothing stopping anybody from doing anything.
I disagree. Like, what's to get away with? Nobody. This is just bad management.
That's the bad management. There's no one to say, like, hey, this doesn't seem fair or right or maybe good for, the country or for other businesses.
Voters can make the
How?
Well, they have to vote.
But when?
November usually.
Right, but this is happening now.
I know, but you can, these things take time. And so if you vote and you go, I just want the other party, whether I believe in them or not, just to gum up the works for a couple of years.
And see, that's not right either.
Well, you got to do what you got to do. Right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, we're in this perpetual state of, like,
I agree.
I'm just voting against something instead of voting for something.
Let the airline collapse. If they're terrible and
Let it.
mismanaged.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, hello.
Somebody will
they
buy
would
the
let
parts.
me collapse.
Yeah.
They let the American citizens collapse constantly.
Guys,
Absolutely.
It's 14,000 jobs, though.
It's another like 200. Well, there's that. They're saving 14,000 jobs. But those jobs are going to go away anyway if it's not, are we going to give a second $500 million if the first $500 million doesn't work?
Maybe we merge Amtrak and Spirit together.
And just fly the train.
Put the planes on the train track.
There we go.
Wow. Solutions.
Hey, listen, I don't like flying, so that'd be good for me. We never leave the ground. I don't want the plane to stop as many times as the train does. I haven't taken the train in 100 years, but
It depends on what train.
yeah, if you're on a special one, but they were never as bad as Greyhound buses or Trailways. Oh my goodness, I took a Trailways bus. I thought, I'm just going here, whatever. I didn't realize you stopped in every small town between here and there. It took forever to go like 150 miles.
I was curious, the Southern Crescent that goes from Atlanta to New Orleans takes 12 hours on Amtrak to get to New Orleans.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of stops. Get a sleeper car. Unless you're claustrophobic, then don't. Alex Williams says it's a crowded ride through downtown.
And it's only going to get slower. A lot of people will be heading towards State Farm Arena for that Hawks playoff game, so we will expect extra pressure on 75, 85, those exit ramps such as, William Street, North Avenue, all those that will get you around to State Farm Arena as well as Northside Drive. Right now, you're looking at about 25 minutes southbound from the 85-400 merge just to get down to I-20. No better northbound. It's all brake lights, 75, 85 north, almost back to Cleveland Avenue on 75 and I-85, and you're not going to break free until you get up to 10th Street, exit number 250 in Midtown. Still watching trouble on I-75 in Cobb County, Isabella Rodriguez.
Yes, we're still watching a stalled big rig blocking a right lane on 75 southbound. That's at the exit ramp to 285. That's causing delays back into Marietta. This report is sponsored by CummonsRecall.com. Recall 67A mobile appointments are now available in your area. They come to you quick and under an hour. Complete the recall to get $500 plus a warranty worth thousands. Schedule at CummonsRecall.com. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Tune in to Atlanta's Morning News.
Shooting in southwest Atlanta that sent a man to the hospital.
All your latest news, weather, and traffic.
Traffic red alert long running now along Georgia 400.
Atlanta's Morning News.
Reports the UN Security Council will also meet.
Tomorrow starting at 5. 95.5 WSB. How Atlanta starts its day.
Curb Appeal. It's not a competition. Maybe it is. When you want your home's exterior to look dazzling, trust the Plus. Painting Plus.
Hi, it's Charlie, owner of Painting Plus. See pictures of the dazzling exteriors we've crafted for your neighbors. Just go to our website and click Recent Projects.
Locally owned Painting Plus. The plus means anything and everything exteriors at the highest quality. Your complete exterior solution.
Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
No hot water? Running out halfway through your shower? Or dealing with a leak that just won't stop? When plumbing problems hit, you need help fast. At Moncrief Ace Hardware Home Services, we bring helpful to the home with same-day water heater service and expert plumbing repairs. Our local plumbers arrive ready to diagnose the issue and fix it right the first time. Get comfort back and problems handled by Moncrief Ace Hardware Home Services. Local folks you can trust. Straight answers you can rely on. Powered by Ace Hardware. Get service today at MoncriefAir.com.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed right here on 95.5 WSB. Chris, we're barreling through 2026, but it's still early, and that means it's still a great time to get organized in your financial life. And here's the good news for folks listening out there. Hoffman Financial Group is here to help with that, aren't we?
Yeah, so we make it simple, right? And it goes back to saving people time. Don't worry about you having to work with us. We work for you. So if you were to reach out to us, we would start with something as simple as the portfolio x-ray. Simple as far as your time that you need to provide us some data points on, but we'll take the hours and we'll apply our expertise to generate a pretty comprehensive look at your financial life. Specifically, your risk profile, the fees in your portfolio, the performance over last year, 3 years, 5 years, the last 10 years. Against benchmarks. We'll also stress test it. Can we go back in time and say what would have happened to your portfolio during the Great Recession or the dot-com bubble that burst or the COVID correction? It'll give you an indication of how much your money is at risk. All of those components mixed into one simple 10 to 14 page report. We'll give you a copy of it. We'll walk you through it. And as I say, I have yet to see one that didn't have 2 or 3 golden nuggets, as I call them, of opportunity for you to contemplate possibly enhancing your financial future moving forward.
Make 2026 the year you take control of your financial life with this complimentary offer from Hoffman Financial Group. There's no cost for the Portfolio X-ray, and the report is yours to keep. Call 404-737-3858. That's 404-737-3858 and online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
Linda Beaver here. Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. That's why at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, only the best vehicles earn a place on our front line. Each one is carefully selected and inspected. Quality isn't negotiable. One property, 2 trusted brands, over 700 pre-owned vehicles. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car. We have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision.
I'm forecasting more daylight and bigger views with a 100% chance of a smaller name. Hi, it's meteorologist Glenn Burns. North Georgia Replacement Windows is now NG Windows. Same amazing local people and same Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows. They're 8 times stronger than vinyl with slimmer frames that brighten your home with more daylight and bigger views.
Infinity by Marvin from NG Windows, yeah!
So you're losing your hair and you need a simple solution that works, but you want the best. It's Mark Aram here. Modern technology, top-rated physicians. You want something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's completely redefined hair restoration from the experience itself to the unmatched results they produce. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, address them all with a simple 1-day treatment in a calm, relaxed environment with experienced pros. Advanced Hair has performed tens of thousands of breakthrough advanced FUE treatments, and get this, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No one else in Atlanta can offer the advanced FUE found at Advanced Hair. Fix your hair loss today, starting with your free consultation, and you'll also get $500 off if you move forward. Call 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with the team that's redefined hair restoration, and don't forget to ask about that Advanced Hair Guarantee, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Once again, this hour's keyword in the WSB A Grand for Gas giveaway. The keyword is TRIP, trip. Go to the WSB Radio app or WSBradio.com/gas for your chance to win $1,000. I agree with you, Jared, what you were saying. It's be more interesting to watch the Hawks tonight than watch the NFL draft. This being especially considered a weak draft. Who knows? Maybe a superstar will emerge. But, we get ourselves so excited. I think it's because the NFL does a great job of hyping us up, because there's no games. So we get all excited about the draft, especially the first night of the draft. So a little more than half of the players that are drafted tonight or anytime, average drafted, are now no longer in the league 4 years later. Now, of those that are still in the league, the 50 some odd percent that are still in the league 4 years later, 80% of those players are on another team 4 years later. And every year we all get so excited. Every year with the Falcons and for me, the Falcons and the Bills, like, oh, yeah, we got this guy and blah, 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 blah. And, but the reality is that half of them are not there at all in the league 4 years later. And of those that are still in the league, 80% of them are on a second team.
That's true. That is very true.
But we get, because there's been so many, it's been so long in our minds, it's been February since we had football, that anything surrounding it we want. I wonder if the NFL can blow this. Because I think there's a lot of pushback from having that game in Australia. That's going to be in the first week, I think. It's weird. They're going to open up on a Wednesday, I think, this year. There's going to be a Wednesday game, a Thursday game, nothing on Friday, and then a Wednesday game, a Friday game, and then a Saturday. Look at the opening week. But in the opening week, I believe two teams have to go to Australia.
Ugh.
And, the truth is that with all of these games overseas, the NFL's not getting more popular overseas. It's not really working. I mean, they fill up the stadiums. It's an event. I don't even know how many of those people pay. That's what I would like to see. If we had anybody.
I bet you they're papered.
Oh, there's got to be a lot of papering that goes on. Because people just show up and they're like random NFL fans. No matter who's playing on the field, everyone in the stands is just wearing their favorite jersey of their favorite team.
I saw a guy wearing Oilers jerseys.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool, actually.
So Wednesday you've got Seattle's hosting a yet-to-be-determined team, and then on Thursday they're playing the Rams and the 49ers are playing in Melbourne.
Okay, now, but then it's a weird thing. Do they play on Friday and Saturday? I think they skip Friday or something, and then they play on Saturday. I'm not exactly sure how it is. I believe there's 3 games before the Sunday games in the opening week. Why don't they just play all the games every, just every day?
I don't think it's finalized yet.
Oh, where they're going to play or how they're going to do it? Well, that's... At least both teams know they have to go all the way to Australia. I just wonder if it's because it's annoying to people. If you buy Sunday ticket, you don't have the games that you did 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. Alex Williams says 20 West is slowing into Lithia Springs.
Yeah, just off the phone with traffic trooper Janice, and she's stuck in the back up on 20 westbound, just trying to get out to Lithia Springs, starting at 285s where the heavier delays start, even sluggish before that. Inside the perimeter, getting through West Atlanta, delays are going to stick with you until you get out to about Lee Road, exit 41. Then it's a much better ride into Lithia Springs. And right now, all lanes blocked in Cobb County. They're holding the 75 south ramps to 285, trying to clear up this stalled big rig, and that's why you're stacked up back into Marietta. What's it looking like on I-20 over into DeKalb County, Isabella Rodriguez?
I-20 right now is slow, especially as you pass 285. Those delays don't ease up until you get past Panola Road, and I-20 westbound is also looking slow out from Stonecrest at Lithonia Industrial Boulevard all the way to 285. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
We're seeing all the signs. Pollen counts are high, fewer mornings are chilly. Step by step, we are headed to spring and summer. This is Scott Slade, and the team at Ragsdale Heating and Air wants you to be ready for the hot and humid days we know are ahead. Right now, you could take up to $1,700 off a new Carrier home comfort system. And don't forget the spring savings extend far beyond the big season change with Ragsdale's own trusted 15-year parts and labor warranty on your new system. That's zero repair cost till 2041. Ragsdale's a name I know you could trust for all your heating, air, plumbing, electrical, and insulation needs, too. How do I know? I've used a lot of those services, and they have a 4.9 Google rating and over 11,000 reviews. I've been a Ragsdale customer for years. I always come away impressed with their friendly, quality service. A lot of these Ragsdale guys have been with the company for 10, 20, even 30 years. So take advantage of this great deal before spring lands in Metro Atlanta. Schedule your visit online at ragsdaleair.com or give one of their friendly customer service reps a call. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
Spring cleaning starts with zero res carpet and air duct cleaning. Mention WSB Radio and get 3 rooms cleaned for $129. No one cleans like zero res. No soap, no residue, no harsh chemicals. Just carpets that stay cleaner longer. Also, don't forget that air ducts circulate the air you breathe, and dust can end up right back on your floors. April appointments are filling up very fast. Don't wait. Visit ZeroResAtlanta.com to book today. Zero Res. Spell it backwards or forwards. It's the right way to clean.
Spring is here, and yep, pollen is back with it, clinging to everything. Good news, it washes right off, unless it's stuck to grime and algae. I trust Wise Guys Pro Wash. One quick call, get a quote, next day service, and I didn't even have to be home. I came back to a clean house and a deck I actually want to hang out on. More than 2,000 5-star Google reviews. They're the real deal. New customers, mention me, Chris Chandler, and get $70 off any service. Don't wait. Book now at wiseguysprowash.com. Wise Guys, the wise choice for your home.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top local story. A day in court for the former head of First Liberty Building and Loan in Noonan, who's accused of trying to pull off a massive Ponzi scheme.
The feds allege that Edwin Brant Frost IV took money from hundreds of investors, spending it on things like a vacation home in Maine, jewelry, a luxury watch, credit card bills, and political contributions. Investigators say he also paid some early investors to give the appearance of profits from investments marketed as short-term small business loans. Prosecutors say Frost raised at least $140 million. He's released on bail after pleading not guilty to the single federal charge of wire fraud. Jennifer Perry, 95.5 WSB.
82 degrees in Atlanta. How much rain is coming and when does it arrive? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Wildfires rip through South Georgia.
My house is gone.
The fires have now destroyed nearly 90 homes, and more residents have been told to evacuate today. Blair Joyner with the Georgia Forestry Commission says there's little containment of the fire in Brantley County.
Fire is continuing to grow right now to the north, still showing 15% contained.
It's burned about 5,000 acres in the county. Over 200 personnel are on scene fighting the fire. Governor Kemp plans to visit with first responders tomorrow. This just in. President Trump says Israel and Lebanon have agreed to extend their ceasefire by 3 weeks. It comes after the president meets today with country's envoys at the White House. With early voting about to begin for Georgia primaries, election offices across the state are testing out their equipment.
Counties are performing what's known as logic and accuracy testing. Michael Barnes from the Secretary of State's office says that includes assigning ballot styles to the machines and making sure the screens are responsive and calibrated.
These are tests that are done prior to every election, and it's essential to make sure that the components are ready and that they are trustworthy once the election begins.
Ballot reading devices are also being checked this week. Barnes is confident counties will be ready when early voting begins on Monday. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Gwinnett County prosecutors plan to seek the death penalty against the suspect accused of killing Officer Pradeep Tamang earlier this year. A grand jury indicts 35-year-old Kevin Andrews Jr. He's charged with malice murder, felony murder, and multiple other charges. He's also accused of seriously wounding another officer. Prosecutors believe Andrews was involved in gang activity when he confronted the officers at a Stone Mountain hotel. A ballistic vest saves the life of a police officer after he's shot in Bartow County.
26-year-old Saeed Reed of Clayton County was wanted on several felonies when he was shot and killed by police after opening fire on an officer. Reed was pulled over into a gas station for speeding when he tried to drive to the opposite entrance of the station and walk away from police. The officer then tried to use his taser until Reed pulled out a handgun and shot the officer in the chest, striking his bulletproof vest. The officer shot Reed multiple times, ultimately killing him. There were 3 other adults and a child in the SUV during the shooting. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
At least 10 people are hurt in a shooting at the Mall of Louisiana in Baton Rouge.
I think people at the end of the day have the right to be concerned, about it. And sometimes the devil lives everywhere.
Baton Rouge Mayor Sid Edwards, police say it was not a random attack. They believed it involved an argument between 2 groups of people in the food court. No suspects are in custody so far. If you're doing outdoor activities, a UGA expert warns of an ant that could be dangerous.
It's the Asian needle ant, and its sting can be life-threatening, particularly for those who have bee or ant allergies, says Dan Suter with the UGA College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences.
Kind of a nondescript little 3/16 of an inch. They're all the same size. They're brownish black, just kind of a boring little ant.
The ants tend to be in wooded areas with lots of leaf litter, rocks, or dead logs. He says last year he got a number of calls and emails from people who were hospitalized after being stung by the Asian needle ant. He says that's why being able to identify it is crucial. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
We have posted pictures of the ant on our website and the WSB radio app. It is 5:34. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic starts with Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, no change here next to Truist Park with this stalled tractor trailer here. Units are with it, trying to clear it. It's blocking the right lane of the 75 south ramp to 285 west or southbound. That'll take you down into Smyrna, and that has put a lot of extra pressure on 75 southbound down through Marietta. Northbound also pretty slow out of Marietta up into Kennesaw and Ackworth, just volume there. If you're traveling Georgia 400 northbound, toughest part of that ride in Sandy Springs is from 285 up to the North Springs MARTA station. Also watching the brake lights, 85 north out of DeKalb and Gwinnett from Chamblee Tucker Road toward Indian Trail, then even slower between Duluth and Suwanee, leaving Highway 316. Watching the brake light battle through downtown with the help of Isabella Rodriguez.
It's slow right now, starting on Georgia 400 southbound at Lennox Road and on 75 southbound at Northside Drive. The slowdowns all stay with you all the way past MLK Jr. Drive, and on 75-85 northbound at Langford Parkway. That's beginning to slow down all the way past North Avenue in Midtown. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies this evening. Temperatures falling to the upper 50s, low 60s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, breezy. The southwest wind gusting 15 miles per hour. Daytime high around 82. Scattered rain showers and a few thunderstorms will arrive starting late Saturday morning, continuing through the afternoon hours. As much as half an inch of rainfall possible on Saturday. Daytime highs in the upper 70s. Staying mainly dry for Sunday with highs in the low 80s. Another round of rain showers arrives early next week.
Right now, 81 in Sandy Springs, 80 in Union City, and 80 in Beaufort. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Looking out your window and see a different name? Don't worry, we're still the same.
It's Ted and Jonathan. North Georgia Replacement Windows is now NG Windows. It's a positive change because the only thing changing is our name. We've been the local owners for over 20 years and plan to keep it that way.
NG Windows. Shorter name, still committed to serving you Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows.
Infinity by Marvin from NG Windows, yeah!
Why is Channel 2 Action News Georgia's #1 morning news? Unmatched coverage of local breaking news. First on the scene, working sources, getting the facts, and showing you the impact. Channel 2 Action News this morning, starting at 4:30.
I'm Channel 2's George Estevez. When stories break, they unfold in real time. We have multiple reporters live in your neighborhood, so when it matters most, you know how it affects your family. Channel 2 Action News every day at 4, 5, and 6.
Jaron Solomon here, and if you want to absolutely win Mother's Day, listen up. Now through May 10th, when you make a purchase at Solomon Brothers Jewelers, you can receive a free Big Green Egg Grill with qualifying purchase. And this year, for all of you out there who have taken us up on this offer before, you also have the option of a brand new Traeger. You give mom something timeless, and you get the grill everybody wants. Visit Solomon Brothers Jewelers or book your appointment at solomonbrothers.com.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate has always made selling your home easy, and we've updated our program to keep the most money in your pocket. First, we give you a guaranteed cash offer on your home, and you receive the cash up front immediately. We then set your list price, we put it on the market, and if we sell it for more than we gave you up front, we'll give you the difference back in cash. It's absolutely no risk to you, only upside. Why would you do business with anybody else? It's the absolute best way to sell your home in today's market.
Yeah, it only takes, I'm glad that, I'm not bragging about this, but I think that I do this way more than most people do. And I'm not talking about what you think. Just thinking of the next question, just seeing something and going, I wonder. And if you're always, and smelling a rat, and go, is there a rat back there? So up on the monitor 2 days in a row, I've noticed during Jake Tapper's show, and it's going on right now, is a segment, AI in Healthcare. And I'm aware of the fact, Sam Altman, OpenAI, there's a big podcast. It's like the biggest Silicon Valley podcast. It's not a huge podcast outside of Silicon Valley, but with startup people and everything, it's the biggest podcast. And Sam Altman and OpenAI just bought it for way more than what it was worth. And Sam Altman says, we're still going to cover all the other AI. But there's a big push now. The AI people recognize that there's pushback, especially with the data centers, people noticing that everything is crap that comes out of AI pretty much. So I just went to AI. One thing about AI is it will tell on itself. Is CNN's AI and Healthcare series sponsored by any company? This was yesterday. I'm like, I'm aware. Local news stations have been doing this at least since the 80s, and it's a lot of times in healthcare, a lot of times with local news, especially, it doesn't even have to be especially smaller markets. With local news, you'll see a healthcare story, and actually, the whole story was put together by Big Pharma. Like the whole thing was put together, and it's just a package that's sent to them. This is a little bit different. We give you money, and then Jake Tapper comes and he interviews somebody, that's let the people know all the good that's coming from AI. Enough of this. It's going to end humanity. What about the fact that it's going to cure cancer before it kills everybody? Huh? Can we have a fair and balanced? Yes, it might kill everybody, but first it's going to cure cancer.
That way they're not killing the weak.
That's right. That's right. So, it says here in 2025, Philips paid for something, and it was filmed at the Philips Innovation Center. And then GE Healthcare paid for something, something called the AI Will See You Now. And it says here, other potential sponsorships. CNN notes that its series often carry sponsorship from the regions or companies. So it can be like a region that has a company, right? And they've got a budget because they want people. They carry sponsorship from the regions or companies being profiled. Is it news or a commercial? Is it news or is it a commercial?
Both.
It can only be one.
Commercial news.
From the regions or companies being profiled, though, okay, this makes me feel better. All right, I buried the lead. They maintain that editorial control remains with CNN. So I guess everything's all right. They can take the millions of dollars, give glowing profiles.
There's a name for what that is. Is that called native ad?
No, a native ad is when WSB plays an ad for the Von Hessler Doctrine.
Okay.
Native, or when CNN plays an ad for one of their shows.
Sponsored content. Advertorial.
And I'll bet you can get Jake Tapper will go off on influencers who accept money from, these people are so full of hubris. I see Jake Tapper up there interviewing a guy that his company's paying to be on CNN. I'm just like, okay, you're never to be trusted for anything ever again. Nothing, but, he sees himself as some kind of objective reporter. But anyway, it's always important that just, if you smell a rat, ask a question. Not enough people have a follow-up question when you see something. You might believe it when you see it, or you might just blow it off and not believe it. But a lot of times you say, hey, is this going on? Kind of smells like this is going on. So when you watch CNN and they have any stories about how great AI is, ask yourself, and is that sponsored? Go look that up. Because, even though I do feel good that CNN maintains that they have editorial control, but also, here's the thing. CNN may have editorial control, but the company that's giving them money has the ability to walk with the money.
And at least in broadcast news, they have to put a disclaimer on it.
Do they?
Yes, they don't have to on CNN.
Really? The local news stations that run, is it like a little Glaxo
you
something down there?
Look for
a little
it.
Bug, a transparent bug, translucent bug down there? Transparent, translucent. What's the difference?
Well, transparent?
I think
translucent means I guess you can see it still.
Yeah, it's like you can see through it.
Okay,
but it's
transparent, you can't see it at
see-through
all.
or whatever.
I got you. Well, we learn on this show.
All the time. I learned something else
Every
that I
day.
don't want to say it because I don't want you to get mad.
Uh-oh. Did I say something stupid?
Oh, no. No, you didn't say something
stupid all the time.
It
Did I get
wasn't
something wrong?
stupid.
Did I
It
get
wasn't
something wrong?
stupid.
Did I get something
It
wrong?
wasn't stupid.
Just tell me. Autumn thinks I'm stupid.
And well, that's okay. Advertorial or sponsored content is also known as native advertising.
Well, that's not what I've always heard. Oh no, I was thinking of a house ad.
Oh, okay.
Or a promo.
No, I wasn't thinking of a promo.
I was thinking that too.
No, I'm just saying a
I
house
want to be
ad.
a part of this combo.
Yeah. So why is it called a native ad? That doesn't make sense to me. To me, a native ad would come from within.
Because we paid for it.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
the native.
Get out of my ads.
So the native part of it is that that the ad comes from the sponsor.
Yes.
Okay. It's not going to make me mad.
Okay.
Listen, unlike a lot of people in America, I can accept the fact that I am a big old dip, you know what.
Well, I'm never wrong. I
see.
Never admit it.
I'm going the other way. I'm going to start admitting that I'm wrong about things that I'm right about. Just because I think it's not going on enough. Enough people aren't admitting they're wrong. I need to jump in, even when I'm right, and admit that I'm wrong.
We do have some good news here, guys.
Yes.
Trump is saying that the ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon has been extended for 3 weeks.
Oh, great.
Does that mean Israel can still bomb stuff? While
Ceasefires. So that means Netanyahu stays out of prison for another 3 weeks? Is that?
I guess so.
Does it? Do people realize this? Like nobody even talks about this. Did you know this, Autumn?
What?
That,
I mean, which part?
About Netanyahu. That when this war is over, he is in real trouble in Israel.
Oh.
And he and his wife are in real trouble for fraud, accepting gifts, accepting money for something.
That's right. Yes,
And
that was around a little bit, like a while ago.
Yeah.
And
But then the
kinda
wars.
disappeared.
But no, because the wars. And
Right.
So there's this weird thing where you have this, you do have a leader who, as soon as this is over, is going to have to face the music. Now, I'm not in Israel and I'm not in their juris system, but all the coverage is that, he's guilty, and I don't know. Do they send him to prison? I don't know. I don't know enough about the case. But I do know as long as the war goes on, it's more and more unlikely that the case is going to go forward. So I'm not, shouldn't that be talked about a little bit? Just a little? If I was the president of a country and I thought, well, as soon as this war's over, I might be going to prison. I might keep the war going for a while.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
We have to achieve victory first, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah. So it's
I'll tell you what victory looks like.
Netanyahu will be like 87. The war's still going on. So, hey, listen, I recognize I need to go to court. I will be at court as soon as this is over.
be there as soon as the war is over. Don't worry.
Yeah, he wants it to end so that he can,
face justice because he believes in justice.
Exactly.
And remember that he came to the White House, as per the New York Times article that no one in the administration is saying is going after, that he came in February and said no and convinced Trump now is the time to ratchet it up and invade Iran. If things would have just cooled down then, maybe he's in court right now. I don't know. I'm speculating. I'm honestly speculating because I don't live in Israel and I don't watch local Israel news. But everything that I've read says that the case doesn't look good if you're Bibi. It's not looking good. What are he and his wife are allegedly got money for some kind of
corruption stuff.
Yeah, it's corruption stuff. I think it had something to do with real estate. I don't know. Maybe it was
Whitewater?
I was going to say maybe Clinton helped out.
I'll help him out. Just get yourself a portly young intern.
You could change the entire conversation.
And then bomb Saddam Hussein.
Alex Williams says there's a crash, unfortunately, on 285 in DeKalb.
Yeah, travel advisor, you're going to have to sound it for the southeast leg of the perimeter, Eric. A crash leaves only really just a right lane open. 285 eastbound, the outer loop before Flat Shoals, exit 48. At times, they're having to block all lanes, so already stacked up back to 675. You know the drill. Take Moreland Avenue northbound. You can use I-20 eastbound as an alternate. We also got new trouble on I-20 eastbound heading toward downtown in West Atlanta. That's 20 east before Lowry Boulevard. That's in the right lane. Delays back toward Holmes Drive. Checking the ride northeast of town, it's Isabella Rodriguez.
85 northbound past 285 is really backed up right now. Those delays will stay with you until you get past Indian Trail Road. We're also seeing delays in Duluth at Sugarloaf Parkway up through Swanee. And Traffic Trooper Sage let us know that a crash on Peachtree Industrial Boulevard northbound at Medlock Bridge Road is leaving only one left lane open, causing some major delays in that area. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, 95.5 WSB.
Start your workday.
This isn't a black and white story, and there are a lot of unanswered questions. That's my initial take.
Mark Arrow.
Leaned over because I can't see out of the icy window.
Getting you through your morning.
It might be the end of the day. A question of, do the ends justify the means?
Mark Arrow.
Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
When it comes to home services companies, TE Certified checks every box. Hey, it's Chris Chandler. I'm a happy customer of TE Certified electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling. Highly trained experts who fix it right the first time. Check. On time, friendly, and fully stocked. Check. Highest level of communication and lifetime warranty. Check. I can relax while they handle everything. It all checks out.
TE Certified, we love your home.
Express yourself with the car you want from Jim Ellis.
Express yourself.
I'm Stacy Ellis, Vice President of Jim Ellis Automotive Group. Your vehicle is more than transportation. It's a reflection of who you are. And when you're ready to express yourself, it helps to have choices. At Jim Ellis Automotive, we're proud to be Georgia's largest family-owned automotive group, offering more than 5,500 new, certified pre-owned, and pre-owned vehicles. See them all at jimellis.com.
Express yourself.
Whether your style says luxury, performance, family adventure, or rugged capability, we have the perfect vehicle that fits you. And with the Jim Ellis Expressway, you can shop the way that fits your lifestyle too. It's the quick, easy, and convenient way to buy a car. Find the vehicle that helps you express yourself. Visit any of our 21 convenient locations across Metro Atlanta or shop from home at jimellis.com.
Express yourself.
Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best.
Are your floors looking tired, scratched, or just dated? You don't have to wait months for a beautiful new look. At Peach State Hardwood, you can start your flooring project in 1 week or less with expert installation, lifetime craftsmanship warranty, and an in-house team that handles everything, from moving your furniture to cleaning up after. A stress-free home refresh is closer than you think. Peach State Hardwood, beautiful floors, zero hassle, ready in a week. Schedule your free estimate today at peachstatehardwood.com.
When you decide to buy a natural diamond, remember Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Beaufort is an authorized Hearts on Fire jeweler. Every Hearts on Fire diamond is a piece of art, carefully and thoughtfully selected and crafted, worthy of the kind of special occasions that come along a few times in a lifetime. My friends at Tara Fine Jewelry will show you how to accurately compare diamonds with their famous personal service, so you'll know you're making a good decision. You'll see why I've been a Tara Fine Jewelry customer for over 25 years. Tara Fine Jewelry in Beaufort.
All those flowers you planted up the driveway this spring look great, but your garage door? Yikes! Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors. This spring, replace that old, ugly garage door with a beautiful, modern, energy-efficient door that will add to your home's value and curb appeal. At All Four Seasons, we offer fast service, affordable prices, and a huge selection of styles, colors, and custom features. When trust matters, trust us. All, the number 4, seasonsgarages.com.
Greg is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialist was compensated for their time.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
To wrap that up with some facts, we got the deets on the Netanyahu trial thing. Now, it says here it restarted this month. I had heard that it got pushed back 3 more months.
So it was pushed 2 months, and then now he's got a 2-week. He's requested for two more weeks.
Okay.
Before he has to do, him and his defense team have to do some testimony.
So as of April, is Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's long-running corruption trial is resuming following the delays up so far. This should have been done a couple of years ago, probably, then all the fighting after
He said
October
he's
7th.
been dealing with trials for 5 years.
Right. So they basically, and this is the point, is I think people should talk about this more, is that Netanyahu is going to have to, these cases don't look good against him, and he's going to have to face them when hostilities stop. And you notice, as the Gaza thing started to kind of go down, right, then he shows up in D.C. and says, hey, we got to go fight Iran.
It's going to be easy.
It's going to be easy. And I think that at least people need to be asking questions, since this is the guy that once his hostilities cease and the Israeli people are like, okay, we're not doing this war thing on a daily basis, you got to go back to court and face the music. So there's the key aspects of the Netanyahu trial. Accusations of receiving over $200,000 in gifts from billionaires in exchange for favors. Another case alleges a deal with one publisher for favorable coverage in exchange for him using his power to limit the rival newspaper. So cozying up with one to get good coverage and using his power to limit the rival paper. Another case alleges that when he was communications minister, he created regulations benefiting the owner of Walla News, same thing, in exchange for positive coverage. Another case, I guess that's all of them. That's all. That's the 3 cases.
And I don't mean to just be like, I hate Trump, but like, is Trump doing this similar?
No.
These sound familiar.
No, because Trump got elected by the American people while all those cases were going on, and everyone knew that they were going on. So
not Netanyahu stuff. I'm talking about.
No, I'm saying is when Trump got elected, the American people were privy to all of these trials and everything, and that he was found guilty in this one trial and this one. So I don't think it's the same thing, because it's not. Trump doesn't have to go face anything at the end of his presidency, unless the Democrats come up with something new. This guy actually, at the end of these wars, has to go back into court and face. These are ongoing trials that are still happening, that are being delayed.
Yeah. Maybe Autumn's alluding to, like, he kind of empowers Larry Ellison to kind of create this.
You're talking about the news
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm not talking about.
No,
I'm
absolutely.
saying these charges sound like what stuff we see him doing now.
Sure, absolutely. But those would have to be turned into charges later. But no, I agree with what you're saying. Okay. So
thanks, George.
His legal team has reportedly requested a pardon from the Israeli president, citing the impact of the trials on his ability to govern, particularly in light of the wars. Well, the thing is, and Trump has put pressure on the Israeli president, but the Israeli president hasn't done it, and I don't live in Israel, so I can't know, but I think that's probably because the Israeli president feels like the people of Israel will not be happy with him if he does that. So it's just something that should be talked about. The fact that he talked Trump into going to a war at a time when, if there was no new war, he was going to have to be back in court. I think that's worth talking about. Alex Williams says there's a travel advisory on 285 in DeKalb.
Yeah, this was the trouble spot yesterday afternoon, Eric, and we're right back where we started. 285 eastbound, the outer loop before Flat Shoals, exit 48, just as a right lane, single file getting by this crash. You're jammed up back before Moreland Avenue. You can head north and use I-20 eastbound as an alternate. Traffic Trooper Joe just told me about a crash, 285 eastbound, the inner loop between Beaufort Highway and I-85. I'm going to start looking for that. But we found trouble on I-20 heading toward downtown, Isabella Rodriguez.
That's right. I-20 eastbound at Langhorne Street has a right lane blocked, causing some slowdowns as you make your way towards the downtown area, 7585. This report is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. From the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Come on, Reliable Ruby. Just one more trip.
Is that our car? Or is someone making popcorn under the hood?
Yeah, Ruby isn't so reliable anymore.
Let's donate her to Tommy Nobis Center and help empower people with disabilities through job training and employment.
Reliable Ruby can make a difference.
Exactly. It's easy, tax deductible, and towing is free.
Turn your old vehicle into new opportunities. Call 866-NOBIS-AUTO or visit TommyNobisCenter.org.
Hear that, Ruby? You're retiring a hero.
Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids will grow, new memes are going to come out, but also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Hey, it's Mark Aram here. Thanks to the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from threats online. All with their best equipment, no annual contracts, no fees, no strings. So even though kids will grow up and you still won't understand 6-7, your internet's going to stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. 5 years, same internet price, lock in reliable, fiber-powered gig Wi-Fi for effortless streaming. Plus get Disney Plus, Hulu bundle, and Peacock Premium included on them. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Peacock Premium included for 3 years. Programming select to change in availability. Actual speeds vary. Xfinity Internet powered by fiber and connected to premises by coaxial cable.
Atlanta homeowners, your grades are in. Hi, I'm Deborah Morton of the Agency Atlanta, host of Inside Georgia Real Estate right here on 95.5 WSB. Each Saturday, my show covers Atlanta's residential housing market and all things real estate. I've been thrilled that so many WSB listeners have taken me up on my team's offer of a complimentary home report card. This is a customized analysis on your home, a secret weapon to get more when the time comes to sell. Know your home's strengths and weaknesses, learn how it stacks up against your competition, and the best time to sell. When it's time to move, you'll know how to net more money. Spring selling season has already started, so if you're thinking about putting your home on the market, let me send you the Agency Atlanta's free home report card. It's invaluable information, it's free, and there are no strings attached. Go to InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com today to connect with us at the Agency Atlanta. That's InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story, wildfires hit Georgia families hard.
And all I could do was just scream.
She's among those who had to quickly get out of their homes due to fast-spreading fires in South Georgia. Residents are told to be on high alert.
The flames have damaged more than 80 homes in Brantley County. Officials are urging more civilians to evacuate as personnel moves in. Blair Joyner with Georgia Forestry says more than 5,000 acres have been attacked by the smoke and flames.
Fire is continuing to grow right now to the north, still showing 15% contained.
He says chaos is the nature of the beast when it comes to fires like this during a time of intense drought. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
And Governor Kemp plans to survey South Georgia fire damage tomorrow. It is 82 degrees in Atlanta. Badly needed rain is coming. When does it arrive and how much? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. This just in, 1 person is dead and 5 are injured after a shooting at the Mall of Louisiana in Baton Rouge. Police also say 5 people are in custody in connection to the shooting. After earlier reports that 10 people were injured, police have clarified only 5 had been hurt. The shooting reportedly happened near the food court and involved 2 groups of people who got into an argument and started firing at each other. This is new at 6 o'clock. Georgia's Attorney General announces a new indictment against protesters opposed to Atlanta's Public Safety Training Center. Chris Carr says the suspects are accused of targeting the contractor on the project, throwing explosive devices at the company's Cobb County facility.
All 3 charged with 2 counts of criminal damage to property and 1 count of arson, and I should note that each of these individuals are from out of state.
Carr says Brassfield and Gorey employees were inside the building when it was targeted. Former First Liberty Building and Loan President Brant Frost is arraigned in federal court today on wire fraud charges in connection to a multi-million-dollar Ponzi scheme. Hundreds of investors lost money after being promised sizable returns. Instead, they say he used the money for his personal expenses and to pay off early investors. The feds say Frost's extravagant expenditures included a vacation home in Maine, a luxury watch, and more than $500,000 in political contributions. Atlanta tries to woo Democratic Party leaders in a bid to host the 2028 National Convention.
Atlanta was a finalist to host the 2024 convention, but Mayor Andre Dickens is turning the page.
We are back at it again, and we know that Atlanta is the best place to host this convention.
DNC Chair Ken Martin says this is a serious and deliberative process, and their choice comes down to more than just logistics.
We also seek a city that shares our values and will be a true
partner with us as we plan this once-in-a-lifetime event.
Officials are also set to travel to Chicago, Denver, Boston, and Philadelphia. In Atlanta, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
With early voting for the Georgia primary set to begin next Monday, election offices in all counties in the state are testing their machines.
I have 100% confidence in all 159 counties on being prepared.
Michael Barnes with the Secretary of State's office says as part of the review, staff assign ballot styles to the machines and make sure the screens are responsive and calibrated. After the death of Georgia Congressman David Scott, his seat in the 13th district must be filled.
Governor Kemp will set a special election to fill the remainder of Scott's current term. At age 80, Scott had planned to run for another 2-year term, facing a crowded field of challengers in the primary. That primary on May 19th will determine candidates for the general election in November for a new term to begin in January. Scott's name will still be on primary ballots, but votes for him won't count. The flags are flying at half-staff today in honor of the late 13th District Congressman. Cheryl Castro, 95.5 WSB.
And big news just in from Zoo Atlanta. The pandas are returning. The future pandas are a male Ping Ping and a female Fu Shuang. Both are from China. Zoo Atlanta's original giant panda agreement with China concluded in 2024 after 25 years. Zoo Atlanta says it will provide further information on these new pandas coming soon. It is 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Bumper to bumper, south side of I-285. Bill, 285 eastbound is stacked in, starting just east of Jonesboro Road. All of it due to a travel advisory with this crash before Flat Shoals, exit 48, that leaves only the right lane open. Maybe work your way up to I-20, take 20 eastbound as an alternate. But I-20 eastbound in West Atlanta, that ride's slow, almost back to 285 due to a crash. It's been in the right lane before Lowry Boulevard, exit number 55. We've also been tracking some earlier issues on I-75 in Cobb County, Isabella Rodriguez.
And right now we have progress in Cobb County. That crash on 75 northbound past North Marietta Parkway has now cleared onto the right shoulder. There's still some delays back into towards Delk Road, but all lanes are back open. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. And here is meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies this evening. Temperatures falling to the upper 50s, low 60s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, breezy. The southwest wind gusting 15 miles per hour. Daytime high around 82. Scattered rain showers and a few thunderstorms will arrive starting late Saturday morning, continuing through the afternoon hours. As much as half an inch of rainfall possible on Saturday. Daytime highs in the upper 70s. Staying mainly dry for Sunday with highs in the low 80s. Another round of rain showers arrives early next week.
79 in Brookhaven and Powder Springs, 84 in Palmetto. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
That is correct, Caiaccio. Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. And by the way, I was going to bring this up earlier. I'm really getting into this today in history thing.
Today in history.
Yeah, don't get too excited. It's just a phase. I'll grow out of it. But right now I'm into this today in history, and Atlanta is involved. On this day in 1985, according to my newsletter, if you find out it was yesterday or tomorrow, leave me alone. In 1985, the Coca-Cola Company introduced New Coke. Reworking the recipe for the much-loved soft drink sparked a massive public outcry and eventually a reversal. And when I was reading about this, so I lived in Rochester, New York when this all went down. And I remember that this was before a lot of, obviously there have been conspiracy theories, the Kennedy assassination, but not like now, because you didn't have online for every tiny thing to go global. But my friends and I at the time, because people did push back against it, and they brought back what they called at the time classic Coke. Now that's just Coke. But we kind of thought that the whole thing was a setup. Like, because we didn't realize how much we liked Coke. Like, Coke was just another drink at that point. And it would have been, I now do not believe they did it on purpose. It cost an awful lot of money. I know more now. But it wouldn't have been a bad idea, because when they changed the recipe for Coke, the real reason that there was backlash, obviously sales were going down, or they wouldn't have done it to begin with. The real backlash came from, because I think people hadn't thought about how much they liked the product in a long time. It had become Coke. It's like Coke. It's like Kleenex. Like,
Pepsi was winning.
Yeah, Pepsi was winning. They had to do something. And after they came back out with the Classic Coke, I believe that those sales went through the roof. And so me and my friends at the time, 85, what am I, 21 years old, we were convinced, they did it all on purpose just to, get people interested in Coke again. Now I look at it and think, well, that's a roundabout way to go about that. I mean, they had to lose an awful lot of money, introduce a new, and then for a while you had
pain for a lot of gain.
You had this weird period where they came back with the Classic Coke and they'd be right next to Coke, and everybody was buying Classic Coke and nobody was buying
the new Coke sat on the shelf.
Yeah, and I look for. Did it say new on it? Maybe
it did at first.
At first, yeah. I think there was a while though where it was Coke.
Yeah,
and
once
then there was Classic Coke.
When they brought Coca-Cola Classic out, and I was working at a convenience store, even in the early 90s, they still had it. It just said Coke.
Yeah.
As they were phasing it out.
Yeah.
When that happened, I bought a 6-pack of Coca-Cola, and I said, I'm going to hold on to this because in case I don't like the new Coke.
Yeah.
Of course, it didn't last.
Yes.
But you know the conspiracy that was when they made the switch from cane sugar to high fructose corn
when they
syrup.
brought back the Coke,
When they
the
put
Classic?
when they put the new Coke out, that was all subterfuge so they could make the switch without people knowing.
Oh. And
that's a conspiracy.
It's possible. I don't know, but if
They'll
but
hear
if you
us,
go
by
back if you go back to Coke sales were declining, maybe they weren't wrong to think, let's change the recipe.
They need
I mean,
to
having
switch-
sugar in there is costing us money, and nobody gives a damn.
Switch something up. Tim, if you have this as a collectible here, apparently new Coke got branded, you're correct, to Coke, but then from 1990 to 1992, Coke 2. I've never heard of that before.
I've never heard of Coke 2.
I remember that.
That is cool. Like, if anybody had a Coke 2.
Which one was Coke 2?
Coke 2 was the new Coke.
Yeah.
That's what they
wait a
rebranded it
minute.
as. That is
Don't even
amazing. Yeah, it
remember
was
that.
only from 1990 to 1992. And I bet if anybody has Coke 2 in a bottle, wow.
What a terrible name. Like, hey, hey, your favorite soft drink now has a sequel.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well, they had vats of it laying around. They had to get rid of it somehow.
They're like, we got to come up with something.
You just call it
Crappy Coke.
Or
There you go. See, it's not as easy as you think.
Yeah, you know what? After Coke 2 does sound pretty good. It's the best of all the bad ideas, I guess, that are possible.
You can get a can of Coke 2 on eBay for $19.
That's
I'm
not
sure
too
it's
bad.
delicious.
Well, nobody would. You'd hold
That's
on
a
to
collectible,
it.
yeah.
You'd pass it along in your family, and then 150 years from now, it would be worth at least, I don't know, 50.
What a cool name. Coke 2.
Coke 2. What did it look like? Did you have the branding? Like,
Let me see if I can pull it up here.
was it like the letter I twice, or was it a 2?
Oh,
as
Roman
a
numeral?
Yeah. That's a better way to put it. Was it in Roman numerals?
It is a Roman numeral.
Okay.
And here's a mint condition can, $105 on eBay.
Oh, so the $19 one's got some
It
dents.
was a little beat up.
Yeah.
Did you get
That's
into
cool.
Cherry Coke when they put it out that same year or the year later?
No, because I like cherries, but I don't like cherry flavor in
Oh, I
other
like
things.
cherry Coke.
You do?
Me too.
Yeah, I love cherry Coke.
Cherry
Cherry
Coke's
Coke Zero is
amazing.
where it's at.
So I like Dr. Pepper, so I guess I'm more of a prune guy
You
when
like
it comes
the
to
prune.
when it comes to sodas than cherries. I love cherries as cherries, especially when they're great.
I don't like
but-
cherry flavored things either,
Yeah.
but
You like cherry
Coke is
Coke.
that's its own thing because it's like
Yeah, you know what?
Just a hint.
cherry. It's different.
You know what? As you're saying that, I think I'm not as against cherry Coke as I cannot stand that the chocolate with the cherry in the middle.
Oh,
Chocolate
yeah.
covered cherries?
Oh, it just got like
No,
that,
with that-
that
and that
weird
goo inside
syrup
of it?
around it. Oh
Yeah.
my God, I find that to be disgusting. It's weird. I like chocolate. I like cherries. I don't like chocolate covered cherries.
Why do they have to cover the cherry with a chocolate? You can eat the chocolate, you can eat the cherry.
Would it make sense, that if somebody likes chocolate and cherries, if an awful lot of other people like chocolate covered cherries, you would like them? Not to say that, if I like spinach and vanilla ice cream, I don't mean that everything goes together. But if you like chocolate and you like cherries, in a world where a lot of people like chocolate covered cherries, wouldn't most people assume, hey, that guy's going to like these chocolate covered cherries?
One would assume.
I like cheap American chocolate. My wife is from an English family, and so she likes all that fancy chocolate. I don't like fancy chocolate. I like milk chocolate.
Oh.
I like.
You like to poor
Well,
people.
not Jared. Milk chocolate's fine.
No, milk chocolate, as I've gotten older, I get a headache
Same.
from it. Yeah,
You
same.
get a headache.
Yeah, I get a
I
headache
love
from
it still.
There's,
Me
milk there's quality milk chocolate.
Yeah, don't
There's
get
a
Hershey.
Hershey's bar. I mean, the Hershey's
I
bar.
kind of like the
Oof.
Hershey's bar too.
I've never been a big Hershey's bar person. Kind of boring.
Eric, come on.
Kind of boring. You got to put the little Rice Krispies in there.
I'm trying to be with you here with the bad chocolate.
Hey, we're like Tom and Jerry. Sometimes we fight. Sometimes we shake hands and make up. That's the whole thing.
And then that season where you talk, not good.
No, we don't. Did they talk?
Yeah, they were buddies for a season.
And they talked to each other?
Yeah, they had voices. This was in the early 80s, I think.
Oh, really?
Terrible cartoon.
Probably at the same time the new Coke came out.
Everything got changed.
Stop changing everything.
I'm amazed, Eric, as much as you love YouTube, another big anniversary today. Speaking of them,
what?
YouTube turns 21 today. YouTube
21?
can drink today.
Oh, hey, look at that. YouTube can drink.
Yeah, it seems like they've been drinking quite a while.
I
First
watched...
video was me at the zoo. I don't think I've ever seen that.
No,
one.
I remember that. That was the founder.
Yeah.
The original founder before it was bought by Google.
And then Chocolate Rain.
I believe that
I
was
remember that
one of the first virals.
One of those, yeah.
The cat playing the piano.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube, I watch YouTube a lot. I always have to say this. I watch YouTube on TV. There are no comments section. There's no social engagement. I watch it like TV. There's probably like 8 channels that I like and I follow. But man, every one of them at some point, every couple episodes will complain about YouTube and their algorithms and, hey, if you can help us out. That never used to happen. Seinfeld didn't complain about NBC in the middle of some new kind of entertainment, you know?
Should have, though.
Well, these people have built their careers, and they were a year ago or 2 years ago getting hundreds of thousands of views. Now they're getting 50.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because there's an algorithm. When you post a video to YouTube, the first thing it does is it creates a transcript for the AI or whatever that's listening. If there's anything in there that they don't like, you don't get pushed. Even to your subscribers, they don't see you come up.
Right.
And that just happened to me.
You know what? It's kind of a little bit, it's not so different, but it is different, right? So back in the old days, so if there was something in a script, let's go back to Seinfeld. If there was something in the script that the censors didn't like, that the people who are in charge of making sure the censors don't get, that they didn't like, that would be removed and they'd have to deal with that long before you ever saw the episode. So they, in a way, they knew that it was part of the game. The problem, I think, for these YouTube people is they're independent. They're in their bedrooms or their offices. They're doing something. They strike gold
and they get rug pulled.
And then they have nothing to do with it. Where back in the old days, you knew that the script was going to go before somebody who was going to do the same thing, except human eyes as opposed to some stupid algorithm that looks at it.
And a lot of this is the terms that would get you not deplatformed, but buried or hidden, are turning people into juveniles by saying things like unalive,
and all the everybody.
And the rules change all the time too.
Yeah.
So like so videos that have been monetized and were fine at the time and were posted are then demonetized because of new rules.
Yeah, like months later or years later.
Yeah, and then if you try and what is it, like go back and say, hey, I want this reviewed again. It'll come back like minutes later saying we reviewed it, and it's because nobody reviewed it.
Nobody reviewed it. That's that's a good now I understand that a little better. So because of that transcript that comes out, you don't want the word suicide in there, so you say unalived.
Unalived.
Okay.
So it makes me wonder though. Okay, because we're talking about YouTube, and then like your example with Seinfeld, right? I wonder, like with series that are out now, like there's that one that I keep seeing advertisements for. It's called The Miniature Wife. And it's on
YouTube.
It's on it's on NBC, so it's traditional TV. But I mean, don't they have to kind of play the algorithms too? So I wonder how they put their marketing out to play to the algorithms, right?
Yeah, but it's easier because they're not doing like a podcast where they're talking and talking and talking. They're just putting commercials out there, right?
Yeah.
I would assume...
So they do the same thing as the old thing. They look at the script before they do it, and they make sure that it's going to fly.
Yeah. So they have to submit things to the NBC or whatever.
Yeah. So and when we get back, we have to talk about this thing. I only saw like a few seconds of it, and it's just the end of it's the end of people caring about what they do and presenting it as art, and that is the new Stranger Things, which looks like AI slop.
Money.
Goodness. Remember the art of animation and how proud people were. Everything is getting worse, it seems. Alex Williams says it's a bumper-to-bumper ride downtown.
Yeah, if you're trying to make that push to get down to Atlanta for State Farm Arena for the Hawks game, you are going to be slow. 75 southbound. Brake lights start just south of West Paces, 400 from Lenox, and 85 right around Cheshire Bridge, Lenox Road. All that just trying to make your way into downtown. A lot of extra pressure on those exit ramps to North Avenue, William Street, Cortlandt Street. People trying to make their way to the arena. 75, 85 northbound, that ride's packed in as well from Langford Parkway up to Freedom Parkway and through West Atlanta trying to get into downtown. I can tell you why you're slow. It's a right lane crash, 20 eastbound before Lowry Boulevard exit 55. And still a big jam on the south side perimeter, Isabella Rodriguez.
Right now in DeKalb County, a crash on 285 eastbound before Flat Shoals Road was leaving only a right lane open. Currently, all lanes are being held temporarily. There's delays back towards Moreland Avenue, so you'll want to use I-20 to get around this. This report is sponsored by True Green. True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at truegreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Restrictions apply. See site for details. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
You know WSB gets you around Atlanta with our Triple Team Traffic.
Now we've got $1,000 to fuel your ride. It's WSB's A Grand for Gas.
Listen for the keyword at 8, 10, 12, 2, and 5.
You'll have 30 minutes to enter that keyword at WSBRadio.com or the WSB Radio app.
One lucky listener wins a grand for gas. Your next chance to win is tomorrow morning at 8.
WSB's A Grand for Gas.
From the station that gets you where you want to go. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's free gas station.
It's official. President Trump has endorsed Burt Jones for governor.
Burt Jones has been an incredible leader. This man has my complete and total endorsement, and I really want to see him win.
Burt Jones is a trusted Trump conservative who's leading the fight to end Georgia's state income tax.
He's going to make a great, great governor. You will be very happy, Georgia. Burt Jones has my complete and total endorsement.
Paid for by Burt Jones for Georgia.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Why is Channel 2 Action News Georgia's #1 morning news? Unmatched coverage of breaking major news. In-depth reporting showing the impact on your community, family, and money. Channel 2 Action News this morning, starting at 4:30.
I'm Channel 2's Karen Greer. When stories break, they unfold in real time. We have multiple reporters live in your neighborhood, so when it matters most, you know how it affects your family. Channel 2 Action News, every day at 4, 5, and 6.
Linda Beaver here. Buying a pre-owned vehicle is a big decision. It should feel exciting, not overwhelming. That's why at Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, only the best vehicles earn a place on our front line. Each one is carefully selected and inspected. Quality isn't negotiable. One property, 2 trusted brands, over 700 pre-owned vehicles. From a $5,000 starter car to your dream car. We have options for every budget. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda, the safest place to make a big decision.
Switch your termite protection to Breda, and your rate is locked in for 10 years. And Breda is proud to sponsor Scott Slade's Georgia every Thursday on Atlanta's Morning News.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
The foods we eat can be downright bad for our health. This is Sue from Bread Beckers with Sue's Healthy Minute. I have a degree in food science, and for more than 30 years, I've been teaching the truth about real bread. Not the stuff you buy at the store. I'm talking real bread made with freshly milled flour. When you buy bread from the store, take a look at the ingredients. Enriched flour means that the nutritious bran and germ has been removed to improve the shelf life. Then a few B vitamins and iron are added back to replace the multitude of nutrients lost. That's not enrichment in my book. And today, that label may even read contains bioengineered food ingredients. Food should never be bioengineered. At Bread Becker's in Woodstock, we can teach you how to make real bread loaded with fiber and nutrients. A delicious, healthy, affordable solution that can improve your health and change your life. Visit breadbeckers.com or our Bread Beckers store in Woodstock.
Staples has hundreds of ways to grow your business this spring, like spectacular signs, brilliant brochures, eye-popping posters, mouth-watering menus, and more. Shop now through June 13th and save up to $150 on your custom prints. Staples. That was easy.
So you got the trailer for that...
Oh, for that Stranger Things? Yes, I
Man,
do.
I'm telling you, this is... the first season of Stranger Things I thought was absolutely fantastic. I watched it all in one night, and that's the last I've ever seen of it. It had a spirit to it. You could tell that the brothers who wrote it were...
Yeah, the Duffer Brothers.
They should have been proud of it. And now you get to this, and it's just like, this is the difference between shows, art, and something called content. Content is slap the name on it, put it up there, people will watch it. We don't really care how good it. This looks like AI slop.
The gate is closed. Where did it come from?
Something from the Upside Down must have survived last year.
That sounds like the worst acting ever.
Wait! What the heck is an Upside Down? And what the heck is she?
All right, that's enough.
It's got the same sounds that like movie trailers have.
Yeah.
That,
But if you haven't seen it yet,
This is horrible.
It's awful.
I never saw the video. Yeah.
No, it's like those AI ads. It's something like in that and I I want to say to people who are maybe 23 or 24 right now, there was a time in this world, in this country, and it was not that long ago, where human beings would work on things, and they'd work really hard on them, and then they would be proud of their work when it was over. Snow White was made in, 1939 or 37 or something? You know how many people, human beings, how proud they must have been. And it was delayed. They didn't. I just want young people to know there was a world where you didn't just tell a machine to do something and then just accept whatever the hell it gave you and toss it into a stream and call it content. It really is important. Being proud of your work or not being proud of it and wanting to get better. How can these Duffer Brothers, how can HBO, is it going to be on HBO? Or
it's Netflix.
Okay, it'll be on Netflix. I'm imagining that bad acting is because they're not paying the actors that would cost a bunch of money.
Well, they're not doing the voices, so.
Huh?
The original actors aren't
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
because they don't want to pay them.
Right.
This is about, those two words.
Yeah.
Put those two words together, slap it on a streamer, people will watch it, and then who gives a damn? No pride.
It'll make a certain amount of money.
Sure, absolutely it will. All right, Alex Williams, we have to go back. I just want young people to know there was a time human beings worked hard on things, and then they were proud of them. And just tell a machine to do it and just accept anything it gives them. Alex Williams has better news on 285 in DeKalb.
That's right, buddy. That crash that we've been watching, 285 eastbound, the outer loop before Flat Shoals, now all on the right shoulder. All lanes are back open, so the brake lights coming over from Moreland Avenue will start to improve. No more need for an alternate there. 285 westbound, that's been slow, leaving I-20 with some onlooker delays. Those delays as well are starting to get better. What about I-20 over there in West Atlanta, Isabella Rodriguez?
West Atlanta is slow right now, and that's all due to a crash on I-20 before Lowry Boulevard. That's blocking a right lane and causing some delays all the way back to Holmes Drive, slowing you down as you approach 7585. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Hey, you're the guy jumping out of the back of the TE certified trucks.
Yeah, that's me. We get concern calls now and then, but rest assured I'm safe. It's just a picture.
Chris Chandler here. Josh is not only the local owner of TE certified electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling, but you're a fourth-generation master electrician.
That's right, and now I spend most of my time teaching our team the values that define a TE technician. To be kind, to be honest, and to work hard.
TE certified, we love your home.
Jaron Solomon here, and if you want to absolutely win Mother's Day, listen up. Now through May 10th, when you make a purchase at Solomon Brothers Jewelers, you can receive a free Big Green Egg grill with qualifying purchase. And this year, for all of you out there who have taken us up on this offer before, you also have the option of a brand new Traeger. You give mom something timeless, and you get the grill everybody wants. Visit Solomon Brothers Jewelers or book your appointment at solomonbrothers.com.
Hey friends, it's Mark Aram, and this is for all my listeners who are struggling with hair loss. I'm sure you've tried the lotions, pills, creams, and potions. With so many options and doctors out there, who are you going to trust? What's really going to grow your hair back? The Advanced FUE from Advanced Hair is an incredible breakthrough. Receding hairline, thinning hair, bald spots, Advanced Hair offers a simple, quick, one-day treatment that begins regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. And get this, Advanced Hair even guarantees your new hair will grow. Works for men and women across all ages, and there is no one in hair restoration I recommend more. For your free consultation, call 470-660-HAIR. If you move forward, you'll also receive $500 off. 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with the team that has redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that guarantee. Check out incredible before and after pictures at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
You got this. Come on. Come on, a little bit more.
Emory Orthopedics and Spine Center, using advanced treatments to relieve pain and get you back to living life without limits. Learn more at emoryhealthcare.org/ortho.
Do you notice any gaps between your floors and walls, or are your basement walls bowing? These aren't cosmetic issues. They can be indicators of foundation problems. You need AquaGuard Foundation Solutions. Visit aquaguard.net today to schedule your free inspection. Remember,
AquaGuard. Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk. At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top story, President Trump announces a major development in the effort to end the war between Israel and Lebanon. Correspondent Linda Kenyon has the latest from the White House.
In a hastily called gathering of the press to the Oval Office, the president made this announcement about Israel and Lebanon.
They've agreed to an additional 3 weeks of, no firing, ceasefire.
Trump said he expected the Israeli and Lebanese leaders to meet with him over the next couple of weeks in the Oval Office, saying he also has high hopes for a peace deal this year.
81 degrees in Atlanta. When does the rain arrive and how long will it stick around? Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. Fire chaos in South Georgia. Nearly 90 homes have now been destroyed, and Brantley County Manager Joey Kaysen says conditions are changing by the minute.
This situation has changed in the last hour. It went from being something that they were really working on mopping up to a very hot fire that could jump another road while we're standing here.
The fire is just 15% contained. Hundreds of people have been forced from their homes, but fortunately there are no injuries. Governor Kemp will visit the region tomorrow. One person is dead. 5 others are injured in a shooting at the Mall of Louisiana in Baton Rouge. Police Chief T.J. Moore says they have made some arrests.
We have 5 suspects in custody. This is still an ongoing investigation, and we're still looking for more people that may be involved.
Police say the shooting erupted during an argument between 2 groups in the food court at the mall. A ballistic vest saves the life of a police officer in Bartow County.
Adairsville police pulled over 26-year-old Saeed Reed for speeding, only to find out he's wanted on several felony charges. Reed tried to evade police, walking away from the officer at the gas station on Joe Frank Harris Parkway. One of the officers tried to use their taser to get Reed to comply, but it malfunctioned. That's when Reed pulled out a gun and shot the officer in his vest. The officer retaliated, firing multiple shots at the Clayton County man. Reed died after being taken to the hospital, and the officer has since been treated from his injuries. Mary Ryan Howarth, 95.5 WSB.
A grand jury indicts a suspect accused of killing Gwinnett County police officer Pradeep Tamang in February. Prosecutors say they will seek the death penalty against 35-year-old Kevin Andrews Jr. He's charged with malice murder, felony murder, and multiple other charges. He's also accused of seriously wounding another officer. The former president of Noonan-based First Liberty Building and Loan, who's accused of ripping off investors, is out on bail after an appearance in federal court today.
Federal prosecutors allege that 68-year-old Edwin Brandt Frost IV raised at least $140 million from 300 different investors in a massive Ponzi scheme. They say he abused the trust of his clients, family, and friends while allegedly using the money for personal expenses like credit card bills, a vacation home, and luxury watch. Investigators say he also paid early investors to maintain the illusion of profits. Frost faces a single federal charge of wire fraud but has pleaded not guilty. Jennifer Perry, 95.5 WSB.
Before voters head to the polls Monday for early voting in Georgia, election officials are testing out the equipment.
After filling out a test ballot, staff review it. They'll know what they voted on here. Push it to the scanner. And then seconds later, the ballot is cast. Michael Barnes with the Secretary of State's office says this review is known as logic and accuracy testing.
They bring up every ballot style on the machine. They verify that every position on the ballot is receptive to a voter's selection. They produce ballots. They create test decks.
He says the process is essential to making sure counties are ready. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Beware of the Asian needle ant. University of Georgia researchers warn the ant's sting can be life-threatening, particularly to those who have bee or ant allergies.
Tiny little 3/16 of an inch thing, and you're working in the garden, you get stung, and 10 minutes later, you're in distress and you wind up in the hospital.
Dan Suter with UGA's College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences says the ants are usually found in shady areas near big trees. Falcons linebacker James Pierce Jr. agrees to enter a pretrial intervention program on the 3 felony counts he's facing following his arrest after a domestic dispute with his ex-girlfriend, WNBA player Rakia Jackson. If he completes the program, charges against him could be dropped, although it's not clear when Pierce could rejoin the Falcons. It is now 6:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Still watching the rough ride through West Atlanta Bill toward downtown on I-20 eastbound, where they've been blocking 1 to 2 right lanes just before Lowry Boulevard exit 55. That's why you're seeing the brake light battle starting back around Holmes Drive. I-20 westbound, tapping the brakes into Lithia Springs as you drive into the setting sun right there around Thornton Road. And over into Cobb County, I-20 eastbound, that ride's cleaned up very nicely as you leave 285 for the ride out into Stonecrest, Lithonia, and Conyers. Hadn't gotten much better through downtown Atlanta, Isabella Rodriguez.
Not much better. A slow ride into the city is looking slow past West Paces Ferry Road on 75 southbound and on Georgia 400 southbound at Lenox Road. That'll stay with you into Midtown. And also on the northbound ride into the city, it's also slow from Langford Parkway in South Atlanta all the way into Midtown. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies this evening. Temperatures falling to the upper 50s, low 60s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy, breezy. The southwest wind gusting 15 miles per hour. Daytime high around 82. Scattered rain showers and a few thunderstorms will arrive starting late Saturday morning, continuing through the afternoon hours. As much as half an inch of rainfall possible on Saturday. Daytime highs in the upper 70s. Staying mainly dry for Sunday with highs in the low 80s. Another round of rain showers arrives early next week.
80 in Noonan, 81 in Midtown Atlanta, and 78 in Dunwoody. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
A quote shouldn't be a suggested starting price. It should be a promise. Hi, I'm Megan with Southern Exteriors. At Southern Exteriors, we don't play games with your quote or budget. We do the homework up front, so the price you see on your agreement is the final price you pay. Choose Southern Exteriors, the team that values your trust as much as your home, and take 10% off your next project. Call 877-9SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. That's southernexteriors.co.
This is Monica Pearson for My Plumber Superior Plumbing. The owner, Jay Cunningham, has been serving Atlanta for almost 40 years. They are Atlanta's plumber. Most other plumbing companies have been purchased by private equity conglomerates. Superior Plumbing is entrenched in the community, but the reason I chose Superior Plumbing is that they respect your time with on-time appointments and quality work done right the first time.
Superior, the honest one. Call 770-422-PLUM.
Bob Dylan in person.
There must be some way out of here.
One night only. Friday, July 31st, Synovus Bank Amphitheater at Chastain Park. Bob Dylan. Plus, Lucinda Williams and her band. And Jimmy Vaughn and the Tilt-A-Whirl Band. Get tickets Friday, 10 a.m. at LiveNation.com. Bob Dylan Live, plus Lucinda Williams and her band. And Jimmy Vaughn and the Tilt-A-Whirl Band. Show starts promptly at 7 p.m.
Know your rights before you're stopped. Print your free DUI rights card at georgestein.com.
Are your floors looking tired, scratched, or just dated? You don't have to wait months for a beautiful new look. At Peach State Hardwood, you can start your flooring project in 1 week or less with expert installation, lifetime craftsmanship warranty, and an in-house team that handles everything, from moving your furniture to cleaning up after. A stress-free home refresh is closer than you think. Peach State Hardwood, beautiful floors, zero hassle, ready in a week. Schedule your free estimate today at peachstatehardwood.com.
Jaron Solomon here, and if you want to absolutely win Mother's Day, listen up. Now through May 10th, when you make a purchase at Solomon Brothers Jewelers, you can receive a free Big Green Egg grill with qualifying purchase. And this year, for all of you out there who have taken us up on this offer before, you also have the option of a brand new Traeger. You give mom something timeless, and you get the grill everybody wants. Visit Solomon Brothers Jewelers or book your appointment at SolomonBrothers.com.
All right, this one is a moral situation here. So in Switzerland, they have assisted suicide, and the way they do it, I guess, is they have a panel of experts decide whether or not your suffering is to the point that But most of us think of that as like cancer or some physical suffering. Not that mental suffering is not suffering, but I think most people, when they think of whether or not you could be approved for assisted suicide, would think more of chronic pain and just every day. But there's a lady who's only 56 years old, and she's perfectly healthy, British mother, and she's traveling. This is today, so I guess it hasn't happened yet, but she's traveling today from England to Switzerland to end her life because she cannot get over the grief of losing her only son, who died in a freak tragic act. He choked to death. It wasn't anything that anybody could have seen coming.
On a tomato.
And so she says that she herself has tried to commit suicide before. She's been on antidepressants and gone through all the therapy, and she says that she just can't. But grieving is very difficult, and when you're 56, you might think that you're never going to get over it, and surprisingly, at 60, you've put some sort of life together. I don't know, but it seems like a slippery slope. Once you start, I know that mental suffering is real suffering. I'm not trying to act like physical suffering is real suffering and mental suffering isn't, but it is a slippery slope. At what point do family members start maybe bringing it up to you if maybe when you're gone they profit? Because these are a lot of different thought experiments you could go down. I'm sure that this lady obviously is miserable, but it's a slippery slope. I am in favor of assisted suicide, but I guess it's just easier for us to say, well, this person has cancer and they are going to die from cancer.
You have ALS.
Or ALS. Every day is going to get worse. It's easier to see that physically every day is going to get worse. And I guess that we just always hold out hope. And when you're talking about something like grieving, which everybody does in their own way, and she only has one child. So obviously, and she's relatively young. She's, as you get to this age is when, tragedies start to happen. Friends die of things and all of that, and you deal with grieving. She has her only son who had a tragic freak accident that nobody could have seen coming. He wasn't a drug addict. He wasn't about his lifestyle or anything like that.
She had gone through a divorce just years before then, too.
Right. But lots of people go through divorces. And so it's a tough one. I was having I was having a conversation with my wife last night, and I brought this up on the podcast that was attached to yesterday's show, and I realized that I don't have a fear of death. What I have a fear of are lots of hospital years, or as I've said before, being the guy that everybody loves who's in a wheelchair in the corner and really isn't. He's there, but he's not there. Those years. I'm okay with the fact that I'm here and someday I'm not going to be here. Everybody has to kind of deal with that their own way. I've dealt with that. I'm okay with that. But what I don't want, and I have no interest in, is just the clinical years, the years where it's just doctors and hospitals and and then nursing home, first assisted living, and then
every penny you've ever made getting sucked into that.
Right, exactly. There's that as well. So I told her that if it got to my whole thing is I just want to be direct. If a doctor tells me I've got something, then I send everybody out of the room. All right, it's just me and you. What's the survival rate? Over a year. What's the And if I hear it's 12% or something, I told my wife it's like we're going to go to Oregon. I'm going to figure this out because I just don't want those years. I just don't want that. And I wonder, me realizing that, is that really what most of us are afraid of?
Putting a burden on other people?
No, just to me, I don't want my life to become hospitals.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to. I certainly don't want to die in a hospital. It's the worst place. I don't want to die somewhere where the janitor comes in and just kind of washes things down and changes the bed, and then bring the next person in. And so I have come to realize that that's what I don't. It's the idea of losing capacity, the idea of all that. This is not what a 56-year-old woman who is physically healthy. Mental is part of your physical, but you know what I mean. Physically healthy, doesn't have a disease or anything like that. So to me, it's a moral thing as well, because I know that I think that people, given the fact, the French director, Jean-Luc Godard, I never know how to say his name. He did this a couple of years ago. He was 92. And his explanation was, you know what? Every day is more uncomfortable than the last, and the prognosis is he just said it's time. I think it's okay when you're 92 or you're 88 or something like that to say, you know what, it's suffering from here forward, and let's have some control over this, and your family can be around you. Her family cannot be around. Like if I could do it in Oregon or something, if I was 92 years old and just said, okay, this is enough pain, let's do something about this. My family would be able to come with me because it's in the same country. This lady is English, and it's illegal in England. It's illegal in UK. So none of her family can go to Switzerland with her to see her off, because they could be charged when they came back, because they, in effect, are accomplices to assisting suicide, which is illegal in the UK. Is it a state-by-state thing here? Is Oregon the only place? Canada has been...
they got a conveyor belt there.
Well, right. I don't even know. So there's this line. It's very difficult to say this is the place where it's okay.
Young depressed people are
young
doing
depressed people in Canada. Now, I don't know. Did they assist suicide? I had read a story a year ago or so about a 16-year-old or somebody who was depressed who wanted, and Canada was like, okay, it can't be like that. And also, we have to worry the thing about mental is that, it's so, listen, if you have cancer and it's really bad cancer, meeting a new friend cannot change that, right? Meeting somebody new, being exposed to new ideas is not going to change the fact that you have cancer. But when you're suffering from grieving and mentally suffering, you could meet somebody tomorrow who could change your perspective. And so to me, that just seems like that's just way too wide a latitude, because everybody has to deal with grieving, and you don't want people to see this and be in the midst, of grieving and then say, like, well, this is an option. I could just,
Seems kind of like an easy out.
Well, it's not easy.
No,
I don't think it's
not
easy.
about it being easy. It's about, like what you're saying, Eric. It's tough because there needs to be a line in the sand.
And it's hard to draw.
Right, yeah. It's hard to determine that for someone else.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of the state controlling it or being or encouraging it.
Well, no, that's the problem in Canada, apparently. And maybe Swiss. Well, Canada seems to be very strange about it. I haven't read about it in a while, but I was reading about it a couple of years ago, and it seemed like
hey, why don't you try this?
There was one 16-year-old that was being cleared for this. I don't know if it ever happened.
I don't know about a 16-year-old, but there was a 26-year-old, and it's saying here he had type 1 diabetes. He was having vision loss, but his biggest struggle was mental health. And then there's a part here where it says he was coached on what to say to meet track 2, which is their maid.
See, that's where it gets messed up. Yeah.
It's I'm more. Hey, listen, I'm not going to be here that long. Just let me go through it and then outlaw it.
I'm so curious. How did this come up in conversation with your wife? Like, I'm just like,
when you get older, you talk about.
We've been together 40 years. I don't know. It started one place, and then we have a lot of people. We've lost friends. You go through this.
Yeah, you talk about how you want to handle
your
the rest of your life.
Your spouse has to know, because they, if an accident were to happen or things like that. I just want my family to know that I'm not saying the first time I go into a hospital or anything. I'm just saying, when your life becomes, that is your life. You're every day is a doctor and a hospital, and then assisted this and assisted that. I'd rather have a little control over it. But I think this is, I have to honestly say, I don't think the Swiss should be doing this. But again, the line is suffering, and somebody's going to come out and say, oh, so physical suffering is worse than this kind of suffering? And I would say, we know when physical suffering cannot be turned around, and we have examples of mental suffering being turned around. To me, that's the difference. Alex Williams is taking one last check of the ride around 285.
That's right, Eric. I'm watching still some volume, 285 eastbound, the inner loop on the north side perimeter, leaving Georgia 400 into Dunwoody. And then you're going to bunch up again into Cab as you try to make your way past I-85. 285 east and northbound. It's a little slower than you'd expect this time of evening from Flat Shoals getting up to Glenwood Road. That's all that traffic that was stuck behind that earlier crash past Boulder Crest Road that's trying to thin out. And still watching brake lights into Midtown, starting southbound out of Buckhead on 400 from Lenox Road. And we're still watching long-standing trouble on I-20, Isabella Rodriguez.
West Atlanta drivers were still watching that crash on I-20 eastbound before Lowry Boulevard. It's blocking a right lane, and those delays are still back into Holmes Road. This report is sponsored by Whole's Food Market. Save on tropical finds at Whole's Food Market and get 4 yellow mangoes for $5 with Prime through April 28th. While supplies last, shop in store or online, terms apply. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
When you need to know.
This story is developing in Atlanta.
When you want to know.
Severe weather is on its way.
When you have to know.
We'll alert you as soon as this closure clears.
Get notifications
from your source for news.
Get the WSB radio app.
Download it from your app store today.
Let me guess, you had a window company come out, sat at your kitchen table for 2 hours, and by the end of it, you felt trapped in a price that made no sense. I hear that story every single day. Hey, it's Ray, founder of Window Comfort, and we built this company to be the opposite of that experience. No pressure, no games, no inflated pricing, just factory direct windows and honest pricing backed by our unlimited warranty. And right now, we're stacking it. Buy 2 windows, get 2 windows free, free installation, and no payments until 2028. You can finally see what windows should actually cost. You have nothing to lose and everything to save, so go to windowcomfort.com and book your free, no-pressure estimate today.
Better prices, better views. Window Comfort, meant just for you. Window Comfort.
Atlanta homeowners, your grades are in. Hi, I'm Deborah Morton of the Agency Atlanta, host of Inside Georgia Real Estate right here on 95.5 WSB. Each Saturday, my show covers Atlanta's residential housing market and all things real estate. I've been thrilled that so many WSB listeners have taken me up on my team's offer of a complimentary home report card. This is a customized analysis on your home, a secret weapon to get more when the time comes to sell. Know your home's strengths and weaknesses, learn how it stacks up against your competition, and the best time to sell. When it's time to move, you'll know how to net more money. Spring selling season has already started, so if you're thinking about putting your home on the market, let me send you the Agency Atlanta's free home report card. It's invaluable information, it's free, and there are no strings attached. Go to InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com today to connect with us at the Agency Atlanta. That's InsideGeorgiaRealEstate.com.
In a time when everything feels political, one place must rise above it all: the courtroom, where the law rules and integrity matters. In 2020, Georgians came together, electing a justice who believes in protecting our courts.
I'm Georgia Supreme Court Justice Sarah Warren, and here's what I believe. I believe in the rule of law, the separation of powers, and a judge's limited role to interpret the law as written. I believe in a nonpartisan judiciary, impartial judges who don't advocate for political positions or outcomes. I believe in deciding cases without bias or favor, treating everyone with dignity and respect. As a justice on your Supreme Court, I've upheld these values. With your support, we'll maintain the integrity of our courts.
Vote to re-elect Justice Sarah Warren. Vote early starting April 27th or on Election Day, May 19th. Paid for by Georgians for Justice Warren, Inc.
Spring is here, and yep, pollen is back with it, clinging to everything. Good news, it washes right off, unless it's stuck to grime and algae. I trust Wise Guys Pro Wash. One quick call, get a quote, next day service, and I didn't even have to be home. I came back to a clean house and a deck I actually want to hang out on. More than 2,000 five-star Google reviews. They're the real deal. New customers, mention me, Chris Chandler, and get $70 off any service. Don't wait. Book now at wiseguysprowash.com. Wise Guys, the wise choice for your home.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
All right. Before we go, we have almost no time here. Very quickly, going around the horn here. Tonight, as choices go, will you be watching the NFL Draft, Game 3 of the Hawks-Knicks, or neither? George?
Neither.
Tim?
Neither.
He's at the arena.
I'll be at the game. So
Will
I'll
you be
watching...
checking on a second screen what's going on with your Falcons in the NFL
No,
Draft?
I will be 100% locked into my Hawks.
By the way, did the Hawks give you a call? Do they want a personality hire?
Not yet.
Okay.
Come on, Hawks. See my Instagram. What the heck?
Show some personality. Autumn Fisher, will you be watching the NFL Draft? The Hawks versus Knicks? Or, I know you're not going to be watching it. What will you be
Neither.
watching? Will we be watching reality something?
I'm going to be rewatching Sex and the City, which is what I'm doing.
Isn't it Sex and the City?
I don't know. I don't really care.
For years, I said Sex and the City, and then I looked at it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's Sex and the
I
City.
thought
It's
it was
like
with.
Star Trek. It's
There
kind
you
of
go.
whatever.
It's not Sex with the City?
No.
Sex on the City, maybe?
Eric?
Yeah.
What will you watch?
I think I'll probably I'll keep an eye on the draft and watch the Hawks because the draft is going to be boring, I think.
Caw-caw.
Go
Okay.
Hawks, right?
That was
That's
a crow.
right. That's a crow. That does not sound like a hawk, does it? Is that what a hawk sounds like? All right, that music's telling us two things. Shut the hell up and get the hell out. You know us. We're good citizens. We do what we're told. Shelley Winter is up next with a great radio show. As always, we will be back tomorrow for one more of these. We're going to do one more by request. We're going to do one more of these this week. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us, but until then, Continue on your journey. Do not piss off the genie.
656 in the Trustdale.com traffic center. West Atlanta drivers